You already shut down your computer.
Oh!
Hello. Hello, honey. Come here, baby. Hello, everyone.
Zip.
Look at that
Hello.
place. You got a beach.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Yeah. This is the best I could find. I wanted like something that actually looks like Port Greyshallow, but I couldn't find any
Wait.
art to steal.
Pretty cool.
I guess I could just put the map behind me. That's not very...
Indeed.
There you go. Fucking
Oh,
palm
is that your dad?
trees. It's like, give me it.
Give me the phone. No
Give me that
climate.
phone.
You have a phone. It's not for you.
Give me that phone.
It's not for you.
Oh shoot, we
Hey,
are. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tales from Tuatha. We're bringing you the stories of adventure, danger, loss, and heroic triumph from a land within our imaginations. Bringing you these tales today is Nerida the Drowned,
hello.
Cora Hilltopple,
I'm here.
Harpicure Tol Middleek,
Me too. Hello.
Lost,
Zip.
Chance,
Bienvenidos.
and Welgwyn Woodbarrel.
Hello, hello.
Thank you for being with us today to share in our tale. Here is what happened last time. Having recovered the Wisdom of Pelouse, which appeared to be a tea set, our heroes sat down in the final chamber of the Serpent's Bite Temple to contemplate what to do with it. They decided to sit at the corners of the stone chalice that held it and have a spot of tea. Having brewed the tea and taken the cups to sit at having brewed the tea and taken the cups to sit at specific corners of the stone vase, the tea was poured. Our heroes saw in the surface of the tea the man painted on the side of the kettle. He appeared to them and announced that he was Cyrus the Wise. Lost asked how to spell his name, and Cyrus replied Cyrus, and then said that he would see them all tomorrow, and vanished. The party determined that they were only able to ask him one question each day, and had sort of squandered their first question, unfortunately. On their way out of the temple through some caverns, Arali tripped and bumped into Chance, who prompted this adventure to begin with. Alik became suspicious of her and cast Zone of Truth to ask her some important questions. Arali denied having any plans to backstab them or steal the teapot that they had recovered from the temple. They discovered that Arali was headed to Port Greyshallow to see her family, and revealed that they were headed to Port Greyshallow as well as new members of the Silverblades. They decided to travel together until they reached the city. While camping for the night, the party was visited by a Bakrimba bird, and later a man asking for blood to sate his hunger. Lost recalled that he had a large bottle of ogre blood, and the party provided it to the man, who quickly guzzled it down. The man, Jonathan, thanked the party for their kindness and departed into the night. Welgwyn and Chance had some time to learn more about Arali, though Welgwyn was quite guarded with respect to her past. Arali revealed that she is searching for more magical items in addition to the teapot, although she didn't actually end up with that. The party ended up paying her 400 gold for the remainder of the tea set. She asked Chance to show him one of his card games and ended up besting him on the second attempt. As Nerida slept, she had a vivid dream, which she believes revealed to her the nature of the Valley of the Nascent Tempest. In the morning, after attempting to contact Cyrus the Wise again and failing, the party continued on to Port Greyshallow. And that brings us to now. The briny air washes over you as you stand before the enormous dock connecting the cliff's edge to the sprawling town below. What are we doing?
It feels so good to feel that sea air again after so long. Well, do you guys want to meet up with our contact, or did we want to go rest at a tavern first? I'm not sure what type of day it is.
Could use
What?
a rest, but I'm
What?
up
Yeah.
for
What?
still.
What time of day is it?
It's about noon, almost midday.
Yeah.
We
So it's,
had rested right before this, right?
That's correct.
yeah. I mean, exactly.
Oh,
So
okay.
you should be
Oh, that's right.
Let's go.
you should
Who's
be
the
all
contact?
rested up, Chance. And remember, I bought you a. Well, actually, we ended up using party gold. We bought you a fancy tea set.
Somebody left the call.
I remember the tea set. Yeah, it's well. Then she'll be back.
But anyways, yeah. So we probably are best off going to meet up with our contact, given what time of day it is, or at least see Arali
Sounds
to
good,
where she needs to be.
despite, what the sequel.
Arali already departed from you.
Oh, okay.
Before you arrived, sort of at the cliff's edge, there was a small dirt path that extended out to the north, and she left and headed down that path.
With quite the one-liner, I think. She made a good exit.
She said, for those who don't remember, you were talking about the seedy underbelly of Port Greyshallow, and I believe Welgwyn was like, we'd have a lot more fun if we knew where it was, and she said, yeah, bet you would. And then,
That's right.
and
I
then
forgot.
departed.
And left.
Yeah.
It's like that was such a long time ago, even though it was mere moments.
You guys
Yeah.
really like to hurt each other's feelings, right? Let's just keep doing that.
But yeah, we're probably best off going to check in with the people we need to.
And obviously, we don't want to go to the underworld. That sounds...
The underworld.
Belly.
The underbelly.
Belly.
The underbelly, the underworld, yeah. The criminal underworld. I don't know what you...
I think we're always down for a quick trip to the underworld.
Pat you on the back. You'll get the lingo one day, man.
No, I don't
Hope I
think you
don't.
will, but that's okay.
All right. Well, I will be honest that I don't remember as a player who we were meeting or what we were doing.
You were just
I don't know
sent
if I'm the
to
only
Port
one.
Greyshallow. No one actually told you who to meet here or what to do, but you were told that you're
Great,
basically there to shore up the Townsguard, who most of which had left
Score.
Find
to
the
support the
Townsguard and
defense
Okay,
effort.
thank
publicly
you.
announce our presence.
Yeah.
Becoming the man.
That sounds good.
Becoming the
This
man.
is my worst nightmare.
You and me both. Anyways. But yes, might as well go to the town guard.
So you make your way, I mean, you don't really know where the town guard is in town. You make your way down this enormous dock.
If we get into a big enough fight right now, the town guard would probably come.
Except for
There's
their,
probably easier ways.
yeah, I'm
And
sure
we're
we
gonna have
could
to
just.
flip it and reverse it when they get here, and that's gonna be weird.
It's true.
Just kidding. Come on.
I'm pretty sure we can. We have the power of speech there, Chance. We can talk to some people.
You know what?
We could just go around
Sick and
flashing our
tired of
wrists at
words.
people until they point us in the right direction.
You guys are just all about good ideas. I wanted to be on the bad idea train for a while.
Don't
okay?
worry, don't worry. You're gonna have plenty of bad ideas to come. I'm sure that you'll manage to convince us to go through with one of them.
So you're heading down this enormous pier that leads down to the city below, which is constructed on top of all of these like wooden piers. Welgwyn, having been here before, and Chance having been here before briefly, know that these piers make up what are known as the dock streets, and it's this intricate network of like wooden structures that supports buildings on top of them in many places. As you head down, there are a couple of kids off to the left, sort of fishing off the pier, but you notice as you look down into the water, it's very shallow where you are. It's maybe like 5 feet deep or so, and you can see rocks coming up from the ocean below. So behind you, there are these like sheer cliffs leading down, and then it's somewhat shallow here, but underneath the water is quite rocky. The first building you encounter as you make your way into town is this enormous cross-shaped structure, wooden walls, and the door is facing this dock at the entrance to town. There's a sign over top that says Crosswinds, and it has like a painted gust of wind over top it.
Point at the sign. Ha! Like from your butt.
Thank you for that. It's a great observation.
Also, at the end of the dock, you notice a man. Well, not a man, sorry. 1 second. You notice a female dwarf, about 4'6", wearing flowing white robes, emblazoned with the symbol of the glorious sun on the front. She seems to be speaking with a couple of what might be merchants or sailors.
Do we recognize that symbol?
Yeah, it's the symbol of Lotharia.
Oh,
You recognize the robes, indicating that she's a visor.
Oh, dwarven visors. How multicultural.
Keep it in your pants.
I'm just saying, it's nice
Helm would
that
not
she's
be
here. I
proud.
mean, that she's.
He's not
You know,
taking anything
included.
out of his pants. What
And
what
we're
do you
gonna
mean?
keep it that way.
Yep, you're right.
Well, that seems promising, right? Should we go talk to her?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Come on, go ahead. I'm gonna push
Do you want to
the
go?
lead a
Do you
little
want to
bit.
go? Yeah, go talk to the girl.
Come on, man. You don't you? I think what?
You can bond over dwarf.
Hey, have you met a leak?
Hey,
And
Ellie.
Ellie. Good times. Yeah, no, I'll go over and talk to her and be like, "Hello, we are here to help shore up the town guard and your fair port."
Yes. Your fair point. Yes, I've been notified that the Blades would be sending a small crew. I assume they were talking about you. My name is Nana Trenoth. I'm the Visor of Commerce, International Commerce for Lotharia. It is good to meet you. What are your names, if you don't mind me asking?
Harbequeer Tol Mitalik, Harbequeer Tol, Harbequeer, Harbeck, Har. At your service.
Lost.
I'm Brenda.
Oops, sorry.
Weldon Wood Barrel of the Wood Barrels.
Yes, the Wood Barrels.
Cora Hilltopple from the now defunct Hilltopple clan.
Well, you seem the capable crew. Have you been to the town, to the guardhouse yet?
You're the first person we've spoken to. We just kind of arrived. We don't know our way around town. We weren't given any specific instructions.
Okay, well, to the north a bit, next to the bunkhouse, is the guardhouse. There you'll find Captain Lordris. He's in charge of the guardhouse for now, and I think you should coordinate with him to see what you can do. There's been a considerable amount of syndicate activity in the town in the last week or two since
Right.
most of the Townsguard left.
Before we leave, how did we have not seen many dwarves in Lotharia? How did you come into service as a vizier of Lotharia?
My clan from the north was very active in trading with Lotharia before many of the mountain homes were added to the empire. I think when it came time to pick someone who needed to be responsible for international trade, I was the obvious choice. I have links to Tiberia and many contacts within the Concord of the Coast. I know my way around the world, and I'm quite traveled, if I do say so myself.
Very good. I myself come from a very well-connected house, but not so well traveled.
I haven't heard of
That's
you,
why
I must say.
I'm fixing it. Oh, well, we're from the. I don't even remember. I don't know if I even have it in my backstory. We're from these clan of dwarves up here, of House Har, of the clan, whatever we are.
House Har. Must be a somewhat minor house.
Well,
Burn.
we're no, we're not minor.
I mean,
Well-
they do get a lot of ore. Oh man, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Well, we do get a lot of ore. Yes, we.
Don't
We're
understand.
a
Chance.
very large dwarf clan.
Yeah, I'm not
Chance.
sure. I'm not
Most
sure.
dwarves mine ore. Are you just commenting on his ability to be a good miner?
I apologize for them. You know how they are.
I shall look into your family and see what I can find out, I suppose. But enjoy your time here in Cragtooth Bay. We are looking forward to the work you can do here.
Thank you. Oh wow, she was just like, bye.
Doesn't really want to deal with you.
Pretty sure
Does
she
not.
doesn't like you there, Alik.
Alec, is she going to find anything unfortunate in your background when she looks into it?
What are you implying?
Well, you've traveled quite a way from the northern lands to come join us. I know you say it's in the service of Helm, but usually it's because one wants to avoid trouble that they leave their homelands and travel so far.
Are you saying I'm like that tiefling girl that we helped with the underworld contacts and whatnot?
I'm not saying anything, you're saying it. I'm just asking.
Oh. We're a respectable clan. I hold a high position back home and left on a crusade of sorts. It's a common thing for
So Cora,
dwarves
how
to do around age 70.
how far are you from home right now?
Oh, again, my home isn't really there anymore, so this is probably the furthest I've traveled so far. But I've traveled all through the lands, the western lands, going from mission to bounty, just trying to survive. And then I joined up with you guys, and it's been better. I feel like I'm finally finding my place again.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad we could at least bring you some peace.
To crickets.
Well, you know.
Ooh, friends. Ooh.
Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Not that
You were
much.
fine. It just took a minute for anyone to say anything. A moment.
Yeah,
So
it
was
takes me a moment to unmute myself as well.
Friends? No, we kill things together. That's all
Ew,
we
gross, friends, gross.
Right?
Well, anyways, she was very friendly and polite. Noble houses. You know her. She pointed us to the direction of the bunkhouse. Let's go, Commander. What's his face?
Oh, I want.
Tynok? Tyrong? What'd you say?
Captain Lordress.
Captain Lordress.
Not even close.
Not even a
Tynok,
little bit.
basically the same thing.
Were you
Her
looking
name
at
was
her
Nana
body
Treneth.
and not listening to her words?
How dare you? The first thing you check out on a dwarven woman is not the body, anyways.
So
It's
it's
the
her beard.
Hands.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's the hands.
It's the hands.
You have to know if she's a proficient miner. You want to marry someone who was not a proficient miner. It'd be Don't be silly.
Bring shame to your clan.
I want to tap Lost on the shoulder and say, hey, look what I made. And it's a "How was a leak racist today?" bingo card.
This is gonna be so much fun.
I mean, we're already at 3 squares.
Nice. We're gonna have to go for a whole full blackout.
If we get all,
Hey, that's racist.
We're talking quietly. You can't hear us, Alec.
if he gets 1 in a row, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but we'll figure something out.
I believe he couldn't hear Chance, but Lost would probably be just like straight up talking.
No subtlety at all. Even though he has the most charisma, I think, of everyone.
Yep.
Even at this point, though?
I think Chance probably does.
I was gonna say I only have +2 to charisma.
Chance is charisma caster.
Oh,
so.
okay. Chance does, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure mine's the worst.
I think we're
Aren't you
tied.
-1?
Yeah, I'm minus
You
1.
talk to
I'm
every
also
NPC
-1.
for
And you make me talk to everyone.
I think I've had like 6 or 7 persuasion checks. And I'm like, I don't know why the fuck I'm doing
I have
this.
so many. Or like, I don't know. Hi, I'm team leader, professional trumpist.
Well, I guess we should head towards the guardhouse.
Yeah.
So, beyond the crosswinds, sort of to the northeast, out further into Cragtooth Bay, is a series of small market stalls selling fresh fish, like sea urchin, fresh crabs and other catches, other mollusks and shellfish as well. The direction
There,
Nana...
what's that? I point at anything. Everything.
Oh, that's sea cucumber. Some people find it a delicacy, but clearly it's a little unsavory looking for most people.
What's that right next to it?
Oh, those are crimbo mollusks.
Crumfin fish. Oh, cool. What's that next to it?
Crimbo mollusks.
It's not bad. That's a good one. That was fast.
I'm basically going to do that for everything. Just, what's that?
Oh,
What's that?
those-
What's that? What's that?
Those are
That's a coconut
Lotharia
crab.
fish. Oh yeah, coconut crabs. They're very large, but don't taste as good as you think they would, based on the name.
If there are any oysters, I would like to buy an oyster.
Sure, you can find a stall with some oysters. You want to buy a
They're
Can I
single
get a
oyster?
sweet discount with my negative charisma and sea knowledge?
Is there like the ocean equivalent of a ham shank? Can I get
Just
that?
impress them with your superior knot skills, and they'll know you belong
Yeah.
there.
No.
Yeah,
Fish-
I
As
have
you're sort
sample
of
test
browsing
these foods.
As you're browsing the market, Alec, you do find like large cuts of meat, but they're fish. They're not like they're sort of unfamiliar to you. They're mostly like ribbed, like fish meat is, big fillets and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, Alec, they call tuna the chicken of the sea. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's not a ham shank, but
Should
I don't know what.
Should I get a whole tuna?
I don't know what the pig of the sea is. But maybe if you ask around.
Narita, should I buy a whole tuna? Lost describes. It sounds good.
As long as it's fresh looking and a good shade of pink, no harm in it.
Great.
Or salted.
A whole
Shopkeep.
tuna.
Guys are gonna eat
A whole
this.
tuna is
I
pretty
want your
damn
largest
big there.
tuna.
There we
It's like 50 pounds.
Yes, my fine sir. Here's the largest tuna I have. He flops this like 50-pound tuna out on the table.
Looks great.
It'll be 3 silver.
So on
really?
average,
Really?
full size tuna weigh 1,508 pounds.
Oh my god, are we kidding?
Yeah, I used to watch
Unreal.
Deadliest Catch, if anybody's seen that show.
I don't know that like are those like deep sea tuna?
Yeah, those have to be like.
The
I don't know that
Atla-
these people are capable of deep sea
Atlantic
fishing.
bluefin tuna.
Yeah, that's deep sea net fishing. There's no way. Like,
I mean, people can catch those larger tuna on pretty regular
True.
boats.
It's the size
With
of like a medium-sized dog
Okay.
or
I'll
an
accept
extremely
it.
large crumbo beetle.
It's unnecessarily large, and that's
So
what
maybe-
I'm going for
may-
there.
maybe it's a
I would like to
yellowtail
buy
tuna.
this whole thing.
I think you should, and carry it around with us. For
3 silver.
Can you hold
3
on
to
to
5
it until
days.
we get a chance to check in at the inn? I would like them to cook it for my dinner, but I don't
Oh yeah.
want to walk around with a fish. That would be silly.
He kind of like squints at you a bit when you say the inn. It's like, you must be new in town.
We
Where
are.
are you?
Thank you.
Where are you folks from, if you don't mind me asking?
All over.
From the north.
Portsmouth.
I'm from down in the Concord.
Ah, that's a far distance to travel. Did you arrive by boat?
No, we walked.
At some point.
You walked
I'm
from the
traveling on foot
Concord
with
of the
this lot
coast.
For a while, though.
No, we didn't walk from the Concord of the coast. Don't be silly.
Okay. Well, there's no inn
Found that
in
up in
town per
Valra.
se. There's a bunkhouse.
Sweet.
Okay, can I get this cooked somewhere? Is there like a smith that could do it? I'm not sure.
Not aware of any smiths in town either.
Is there a local fish bakery?
Any joke?
Oh yeah, there are
Bakery.
plenty of places that'll prepare fish for you, of course. Yoshimura's Tavern will, Crosswinds will. I'm sure you could, find someone at the stalls here who does. I'm more of a
Right.
fisherman myself.
Morris, that's right over there by the bunkhouse, right? Which
Yes,
assume we can see
Yoshimura's-
from where we are, right?
Yeah, he sort of like points it out to you. It's like, it's the green tile building next to the large green tile building, the bunkhouse there, and then to the north is Yoshimura's.
Oh, then I'll take it with me. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the sale, and come back if you need any other fresh catches.
Do you have any oysters?
Yeah.
Can I buy one? 2. Can I buy 2?
Sure. 1 copper.
Doing?
All right. I'm gonna give him a copper, and then I'm gonna slurp down both oysters.
Ugh.
All right.
Just because I know that Chance doesn't like it. It's a power move.
Connoisseur, I see. The oysters
Nice to
are
hear,
quite fresh and
Ooh.
taste great. They go down real easy. They're salty, but they've been treated, with like tempered with water so that they're not too salty.
Like a nice,
Honestly,
large
fantastic.
booger.
We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of just random landlocked food, and it's nice to be somewhere with some class,
Yeah, well, you'll find plenty of the bounty of the sea here in Greyshallow. We hope you enjoy.
Fucking cheese, not enough for this one. Come on.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, oh, it's so gross, and fake vomit a bunch of cards out. And
All right.
Are there
Well,
Your friend is a joker, I see.
he sure is.
Are there
Thank
any
you.
preserved foods I can find, like jams or jellies or chocolates or dried food that looks good?
Fish paste.
Not
something like that.
really.
Not
Yeah,
fish
you could find like fish paste and stuff, but jams and jellies you're having a lot of trouble finding in the market as you
That's okay.
browse around.
Mirda or Welgwyn, I have not had much experience with fine foods, and you both seem to be the experts in fish. Is there any place I should start? Should I try those oysters as well?
Yeah,
Why
you
did
definitely
you slurp them
should.
down?
Can I get one more oyster from my young
Sure.
friend here? All right.
oh no,
I
don't do it.
Tentatively put it to my mouth and
You
start
just gotta slurp it all the way down. Just slurp it
put
right down.
Put it in my mouth and kind of swish it around.
No.
Oh, it's so gooey. I don't know. If
You
this
just gotta
is-
swallow it. You just gotta swallow
That was an experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, your friend is right. You should really just kind of swallow it.
It's like one big
Don't you
booger.
want to taste the food?
it. No.
You
not
taste it
really.
on the way down a little. It's a very strong flavor, so you don't want to get too much of it.
Ugh.
That seems like a strange way to eat things. I think I'm with Chance on this one. Those are odd.
He leans over to Welgren. He's like, maybe you should start her on the fried oysters. Get her used to it
Fried,
a
you
little
It's
more.
actually a good idea. It's a pretty good idea, but I think. Do you want to try a fried oyster?
Well, Gwen, do you remember the last time you had fried oysters?
I remember the last time you had fried oysters
Okay.
and you threw up all over my feet, but this is a different person, so maybe Cora has a stronger
Yes,
stomach
and
than you.
you threw up all over my loot.
Anyways, Chance, there's a pretty decent, if you've ever had baked oysters with cheese and garlic, they're pretty amazing. And I know you're a man, you're a cheese man.
Don't you talk about baked cheese with me.
If we know anything about Chance,
He's a cheese man.
it's that
definitely-
he's a cheese man.
More into clams than oysters myself, so.
Sea has a bounty of things you can eat from it. I just don't like all of the things that move around in it. Down with eating the vegetables, but octopuses, no, it scares me. Squid, no, it scares me. Crumbo fish scares me.
I find that even if it scares you, eating the meat of your foes is quite empowering.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Cora, sometimes the meat of your
Those
foes
hell-
tastes like boogers.
Helpless oysters are your foes.
Yes, I'm not sure how, even if it is a boogery taste, that an oyster is really a threat to you, Chance.
You don't understand. You just don't have the fried ones, because then you'll understand. But you don't want to understand.
I
Beautifully
suppose,
put.
but Weldon
I want the
seems
fried
to be,
ones.
yes, quite excited
Some
for me
some
to try
fried
the
ones for
fried
me
as
and,
well.
and the little one here.
Unless
Uh,
your
what-
constitution is very high.
I don't
This
serve,
fish salesman
fried
have
food.
fried oysters.
only have fresh catches.
Where are the
Yeah,
fried
come on,
oysters? The Yoshimuras?
Yeah.
Where do you want this tuna delivered?
Apologize for our
I was
banter.
gonna just take it.
Oh, well, here.
Thank
Like
you.
wraps it in paper and hands it to you.
And I just carry it, just like both arms. You know.
Just
That
sling it
is
over your
quite
back.
an odor.
Tuna.
Are you sure you want to just have
The
that
whole
on you?
market smells of fish, but yeah, I mean,
It's delicious, isn't it? Smells good.
Right. Keep 6 feet away from a leak.
Social distancing.
Well, I mean, it all smells terrible to me right now, but at least I want to be far away from that.
all right, what are we doing?
You guys want
I don't know,
to the bunkhouse and
yeah, I was about
the
to
guard captain.
I was about to say, we can try to see what it takes to secure some semblance of lodging at the bunkhouse. Though, if we're gonna go to I would assume that they might. Well, I actually have no idea. I'm making assumptions based off a couple other towns that we've been in, where some of them, the guardhouse actually does include some accommodations for people there too. So. Also, Alik just bought a tuna. I don't know if you want to go get that prepared anywhere.
Yeah, Yoshimuras. But we can go see the captain first. It's fine.
Okay, then yeah, let's
We
go to
can
the.
wait an hour. It won't spoil that much.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I mean, the guy had it out in his stall. Like, it was
just try to
fine.
keep it out of the sun.
Well,
So-
and also, Leek, I was thinking, if you let me freeze that fish, you could probably beat the crap out of something with it pretty well.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. I want to see that.
Wait, and then
You're gonna fashion the tuna into some sort of frozen fish weapon.
Well,
You
wanna-
I'm,
you
I'm
wanna
going to
freeze
freeze the
the
tuna so it can be wielded as a wonderful frozen
so
tuna
you're gonna
weapon.
wield my food as a club? Get out of here.
I've
You're
seen
nuts.
it done before, I think. In a dream, maybe? I don't know. It's one
You're
of those
nuts.
states you
Yeah,
get in.
You're
You know,
losing it. You've been
magic
spending too
out.
much time with Lost.
You've never hit something with one of your handshakes, just in an emergency?
Well, yeah, but only for emergencies. I didn't plan to do it in advance.
Well, this will just be another weapon at your disposal, just in case.
That's fine. I've got some perfectly good hammers. I don't need a tuna hammer.
Tuna hammer. Anyways,
Tuna
we're
hammer.
enough of this nonsense. Let's get on with what we're here for.
Just think of the type of enemies that we could stop with a tuna hammer.
I mean, given what we have at our disposal, I don't think we need a tuna hammer. Chance.
This whole conversation's a little fishy, anyways.
Oh God! And now the puns. Okay, can we just go to the guardhouse already? Jesus.
I think we've got 5 more jokes in this, so.
All right. You're going to the guardhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, having followed the directions from Visor Trenouth, you come upon a building struggling to look less ramshackle than it is normal for Greyshallow. Its splintered plank walls are painted a glaring white, and a futile effort has been made to fill the gaps and cracks. Tile roof is chipped in places and missing pieces here and there. Painted on the door is a silver shield, the symbol of the Lothurian Townsguard, bearing an anchor on its front. The door is latched with iron.
I will knock.
To knock on the door. After some moments of shuffling from inside, the door unlatches from the inside and opens a few inches. Who's there?
My
See
name's
an
Lost,
eye peering out.
and my companions and I have been sent to help you. We're with the Silver Blades, and I'll show my fun wrist brand thing.
Oh, finally, some silver blades. The door swings open, and on the other side is a human male dressed in sort of Townsguard attire, very simple plate armor. He's about 5'10", with an athletic build, brown eyes, short brown hair. Yes. I didn't know we'd be getting any reinforcements. Please, come in.
Wait, your vizier knew. The dwarf girl at the docks. How did you not know? She didn't communicate this with you?
Who knew?
What's her name?
Nice.
What's the dwarf girl's name?
Nana Trenoth.
Nana, the dwarf girl in the robes with the sun.
Oh, the visor.
Yeah, that's what I said. Your visor.
We haven't really been coordinating with anyone. As you look inside, the door leads to a large open room with a high ceiling. There's a single table in the center of the room with accompanying chairs. On the far wall is a washing basin next to a counter with stacked plates and organized cutlery. There's also a small cooking fireplace of wrought iron beneath a simple wooden hood stained with oil. The soot bowl of the fireplace is immaculately clean. A desk sits to the side of a staircase and is replete with carefully organized papers and leather-bound books. But there is no one else in the room.
So, did he introduce himself?
Nope.
So, as I mentioned, I'm Lost. These are my companions: Alik, Chance, Welgwyn, Nerida, Cora, and you are.
Oh, I'm Captain Lordress. Evan Lordress. You can call me whatever you like. Are you all Silverblades?
We're gonna call you Gary.
Well, you can call me Evan or Captain Lordress.
You say whatever we want. Don't go back on it already.
I apologize. I apologize, Captain Lordress. Chances
We had
a little
friend named
off
Roy.
today.
Can we call him Roy? It'll be a lot easier to remember.
Okay.
Roy, too.
Hey, guys, shush. Okay. Pardon us. Most of us are Silverblades, but they all of us except for the young halfling are. But trust us, she is a very valued member of our company.
All right. I mean, I just wanted to know.
Guardsmen?
All of them. All but me.
Why?
They were needed. It was an official order.
Yeah, but
What have
every
you been
single guardsman, not most, not a large contingent, but left some men behind. Every single one, and they left a captain behind to captain what? The building?
Well, I've been doing the best I can on my own, but
Well, no, I don't
yeah,
blame
mostly.
you. I question the order there that would have left this town without any guardsmen
It's
except for yourself.
not really our place to question those orders. We just do what we can with the resources we have. Anyway, I'm happy to have the help. Obviously, it's greatly needed here, though I'm not really sure what we can do, even the 7 of us.
Why don't you start by telling us what's going on?
Well, the Syndicate has been operating here for as long as I can even remember. Mostly, even when the rest of the Townsguard were here, we only had enough men to really curtail any major bits of violence or vandalism. Fortunately, most of the businesses in town are still, or at least were still, independent, as far as we knew. But the Syndicate regularly is able to get shipments from the Concord of the Coast, and even sometimes from Tiberia, through our port. There's a lot to manage here, and even though we have an official customs officer, can't manage everything on his own.
Do you
Who
know
knows
where?
whether or not he's paid off at this point as well?
Yeah, I mean, we've had our fair share of run-ins with Syndicate in the past, so we can imagine. Do you know where they're operating from?
I would guess, well, at this point, it's only been a week since the Townsguard have been gone, but they've moved into much of the town. They seized the opportunity pretty quickly. A lot of money has been changing hands. I have noticed a few people even walking openly with the symbol of the Syndicate on cloaks or other garments. There's not a lot I can do on my own. If there was any one place they were operating, I mean, the ships come in on the major docks. The biggest of which, the Crossman, everyone knows it as the Major. That's the northernmost dock. Hoggart also sees quite a bit of international commerce. Many merchant ships from the Concord and from Tiberia settle there as well. The larger ships are on the Crossman. They're unloaded there and carted often either to the warehouses and either from the warehouses to the pit or back for storage. From there, it's almost anyone's guess where they go. The pit is sort of the last place before they're out of town.
And do you have any idea? I mean, you said there's some people. There are some people who are wandering, wearing their the symbol of the Syndicate outwardly. But do you have any idea of the numbers here in town?
Before the rest of the Townsguard left, we had made a few efforts to, categorize and record how many Syndicate members we believe are operating in the area. It's hard to know. I mean, many, deckhands and dock workers are probably members of the Syndicate, or at least on their payroll if they're not officially recognized. I would guess at this point 100 to 200 people are probably official members, with several hundred more interacting with them. They're almost part of the normal business in Greyshallow.
How many people are in this town?
Yeah, that seems like most of the town.
About 2,000.
Okay.
If you count the Cliffies, maybe 2,500.
So I am guessing the amount of guardsmen posted here before was not adequate.
Oh no. Like I said, we could stop scuffles, shakedowns if we caught them.
I mean,
Some extortion, but not a lot.
Evan,
At this
other
point-
than, like, what were you doing here other than, really, what were you doing here for the past week other than watching them, apparently?
I mean, keeping
At
the
this point, I
guardhouse
wonder-
clean and organized, going over papers. Everyone left in quite a hurry. While I was knowledgeable of most of, everyone, the Townsguard's activities, some documents went missing.
What kind of documents?
Just records of syndicate activity, possible, like, specific ships they were using. Someone was working on their cipher. I think that went missing.
There's a cipher?
That might
Yes.
be, that might be
Yeah,
worth.
remember the letters we found on those assassins?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That
So
could be very handy.
trying to
Yeah.
recover the cipher might be a good place to start.
We should probably mention we've been targeted by syndicate assassins several times, so I think we're probably
good.
the right men for the job here.
So they're well familiarized with you.
Yes, we tried to take out one of their middle managers, I guess you could call them, in
Tried?
Thaura.
I would
sure
say
we
we
got
pretty
away.
successfully
Pretty sure we did.
He got away.
It took
So
out
that
the
kind
big
of
operation in
rules
one
out
place.
any possible undercover activity. I was
Well,
hopeful.
I've been working with Welgwyn, and I now know how to disguise myself fairly proficiently. I can sneak in.
I can
Yeah,
also
And I was about to say,
do that.
our man Chance here can blend when needed. So
Give me this opportunity. I've been waiting for you guys. I feel
Unfortunately,
like
your brands will often give you away if you're a member of the Silver
Oh,
Blades.
I hear the human women, they use makeup. Is that right, Nerida? Is that a...
is there something? I mean, like, okay, so this is not part of the dialogue. Is there something so magical of these brands that we can't cover them in cloth?
You can cover them,
Okay.
but
I
it's
assume they'll
it's
just
well
stash it and
known.
roll up your sleeves.
Yeah, it's well known that like members of the Silver Blade have these brands. So
Yeah.
if you were trying to infiltrate the syndicate, they'd probably be like, "Hey, show me your wrist."
But you could cover
Then I-
them with like dirt, right? And they wouldn't show through.
Well, Gwen, you've noticed that your gloves cover the brands.
Hey.
And since your gloves are invisible, the brand is actually not visible underneath them.
And Cora doesn't have them because she didn't
Yeah.
agree. So, girls trip, girls
Yeah.
undercover girls trip.
I'm never gonna get to turn into anyone else for any important reason.
Wait, if you transform, do your brands go away or do they stay?
You don't know.
Yeah, I can find out.
Let's try it.
So Evan, any ideas? Since you're the local here, any ideas on where we should start?
Oh, you know what? Just as the rest of the Townsguard were leaving, someone else arrived in town. She's an agent of the Spellcasters Authority. Kimura, I think was her name. We spoke briefly, but she tends to work undercover, and she hasn't been in the guardhouse for obvious reasons. She's trying to blend as much as possible with the locals. I think I've
Do you
spoken
know
with her
anything
twice.
about a tiefling girl, a companion of ours for
Ugh.
some time? She had
Ellie,
a
I don't think.
record here, a criminal record.
There are many tieflings. Most of them tend to be cliffies. We don't often patrol the cliffs.
What exactly are? I assume cliffies are just people who live in the cliffs. On the
Yes.
cliffs?
Oh, I'm sorry. You are not familiar with Greyshallow. There are two major districts in which people live in the city. There are the depths and the shallows. Then there's the cliffs. Originally sort of more of a network of caves, mostly vagabonds or children would go and play there. Eventually some houses sprung up there when we ran out of space on the dock streets and people couldn't afford to pay for the construction of new ones.
What kind of environment would you say that it is? Maybe a seedy underbelly type of vibe, or something altogether different?
Certainly, there is a bit of crime there, but I wouldn't say there's a lot of syndicate activity there. There's not. It's a bit impoverished.
Just like good-fashioned old-fashioned fun crime, then, not like bad evil crime. Not that any crime is fun. All crime is bad. But if we're talking comparatively,
yeah, we don't patrol the cliffs too much, as I said. But
Cool.
from what I understand, just minor vandalism, petty larceny, things like that.
nice. I mean,
They have a bit of their own sort of organization there to try to deal with it. And they actually don't like our interference.
Good to know. This Kimura, where do you think we can find her?
I have no idea. We spoke briefly. She let me know she was trying to infiltrate the syndicate here and has been mostly absent since then. She told me not to speak with her in public.
And they didn't recall her to the war like they did everyone else?
Well, she is a member of the Spellcasters Authority.
Okay.
She's less like a soldier and more a specialist for these matters.
And you didn't set up a dead drop location? Did I say that right, Chance? A dead drop?
Yeah, no, that's right. That's perfect. You're getting it. It
Um,
goes down.
No, she preferred seeing that all the Townsguard left and also suspecting many of them of being on the syndicate payroll. She decided to play this one on her own.
But she didn't suspect you of being on the syndicate payroll, I guess.
She was suspicious.
Any particular reason why?
Well, then she sounds like your kind of girl.
oh, I love her already.
Generally suspicious. I mean, the fact that documents went missing, I tried to provide her with all the information I could, but she seemed a bit frustrated with me, understandably. I'm
How long
afraid
ago
I
did the
wasn't helpful
documents?
enough. As people were leaving about a week ago. things
Is there
went
anyone you would
missing.
have suspected might have been involved with it? Like, do you think it was
Oh,
an inside
yes.
job situation?
Yes. There were a few who I definitely suspect. Officer Gregory. He's
Can't trust
gone.
anyone named Gregory.
Nope. They're the worst.
Gonna whisper to Wilgwyn, he's being really forthcoming.
Can I also just like insight, like see, do I think he's telling
Sure.
the truth? Okay. Let's see.
Sorry, can I assist? I forgot I was muted.
Yeah. Do you want to give her another roll, or do you want to roll yourself for insight?
I'll roll myself.
Okay.
Cool, because that's an 8 for me. So.
Oh no.
Oh no!
What's your insight bonus?
It's the max it can be. I think we're up to 4 proficiency now, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
And plus 5 on top of that, so plus 9 probably.
yeah, so 9.
11. As far as you can tell, he's being forthcoming. It's a little hard to read. He's sort of soft-spoken and cautious in tone, but he's been that way the entire time.
And this Officer Gregory guy, where did he live?
Oh, shoot, did he have a house in town? I think he had a house in the depths. Most
Is that an address you would have on file or something like that?
oh yes, I can show you where he lives.
That would be great.
He,
Thank
like-
you so much.
Walks over to the desk and like shuffles some papers aside and comes back, sprawls out a map of Port Greyshallow. Which you see on TTS. He points out a house within the depths.
Oh,
The shallows are mostly fishermen, some dock workers. That
Guardsmen,
many
apparently.
No. Most of the Townsguard lived in the depths. They're fairly well compensated.
Ooh, so this is a nice area of town, huh?
The depths is a bit more upscale. It was built more recently as
Sounds
Greyshallow
like
grew
it.
in
You guys really know
prominence.
how to name things. It's a very dwarven way of naming stuff.
The depths are so named because the water is deeper there.
You guys are pretty literal with this stuff.
So you would say that
It's a
right
simple
now
town.
most of the... Would you say that the people in the depths are mostly the town guardsmen, or is it sort of a mishmash of them and some other
Oh
people
no,
as well?
all the Townsguard are gone. Some of their families remain, of course.
Sure. And did Officer Gregory have a family?
No, I don't think he did.
Any loved ones to shake down?
No, he had no spouse. He was fairly young, about 20.
Young
All right,
lad
well, maybe
looking
we
for
should,
gold.
Maybe we should go check his place out and see if we can find anything that
He
would
did
indicate
always have a
something.
lot of gold to throw around, it seemed.
Then we should definitely
is-
check his place out and see if
Just-
he's been up to anything.
One of the reasons
Yeah.
I suspect him.
You know, seized assets it's not really stealing.
He was working with
away.
Robinson on the cipher, which went missing.
And Robinson also lived in the depths?
Yes.
Any family on his?
Yes, I believe he had a wife. Suzanne? Suzanne Robinson, I think?
Beautiful name.
No kid.
Okay.
Good choice.
So, alright. Is there anything else that we should know about any trouble we might get into if we head out that way and start looking around?
The depths is fairly safe, although, as I said, the syndicate seems to occupy most of the town at this point. If they're hunting you, you should probably watch your back.
What about Yoshimura's? They cook good food there?
Yeah, Yoshimura's has great food,
Right.
and it's
Lunch?
always very lively at night, too.
Would you like to join us for lunch? We've got a small tuna here that I think might feed 7 instead of just.
Yes.
Doesn't need to feed me.
Yeah. I'll have to tidy up around here a bit. You sort of like look around, like
Okay, so the
everything is
guardsmen show up,
spotless. Oh no, I mean tidy up. He walks over to the desk and like starts taking all the documents and like walks into a back room.
So we've already ascertained the syndicate is watching the guard. Are we sure we want to be seen around town with him? I understand you're well-meaning and inviting him out to food, but I worry it will ultimately not serve our purposes here.
You know, she might be right. Sorry, bud.
So I shouldn't be looking like him right now. This is embarrassing, guys.
Okay, so
You did a really great job. I can't tell you apart.
it seems I know Elik wants to go have lunch, which is fine. We can go do that. We have a few things that we need to do. 1, we need to figure out where the heck we're gonna stay tonight, and 2, it sounds like we have a few potential leads as far as where to start some of this stuff.
Where can we stay tonight?
Other people said we could stay here. I thought.
Oh! He emerges from the back room after some time, empty-handed. All the papers are gone. You're looking for a place to stay. Well, I imagine you'd stay here at the guardhouse, unless you want to stay at the bunkhouse. Unfortunately, I wasn't anticipating your arrival, so I can't procure a dwelling immediately.
What if
May
we
take
just
a little
break
bit of
into Officer Gregory's house and stay there?
Well, Gwen,
Yeah?
it's just
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, did he have a comfy bed? Because it might be.
I've never been in his house.
If we can,
You've never
if we can, if we can stay, so we can stay here in the guard's house.
Yes, I can show you to the bunk room.
Cool.
He says, "Follow me," and like leads you upstairs.
You guys never let me stay in strangers' houses that I've broken into.
Okay, so I'm gonna. This is to the side with Gwyn. We probably shouldn't tell the captain of the Townsguard that we're gonna break into some dude's house, but that's entirely what I intend to do.
I mean, I told him we were gonna go look around to get his job done.
But we don't know what he anticipates that means. So let's treat Evan like a leak. He doesn't need to know what we're getting up to.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also, Evan might not be totally trustworthy. I'm just uncomfortably close to this conversation.
Ellie like pops up from in between both of you.
The more time we spend here, the more likely the syndicate is going to suspect us being in cahoots.
Well,
but if we're sleeping here, I think.
Yeah, we are silver blades for the most part, at least.
I mean, and
So, are you telling me I have to leave after I called you all friends?
No, what
Yeah,
I'm
if you want
saying
to.
is there's really not much. This is probably one of the safer places we can stay. Although, yes, people will probably assume this is where we are. We'll do what we usually do, and we'll sleep in watches.
Oh, we lost somebody again.
the
Maggie
city
again.
alert. Yeah, that's why.
I hear talking in the background.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah.
it's-
We're
we
in the same
had a citywide alert again. So
For some reason, every time we get one of those, my audio totally cuts out and I can't hear any of you guys, so I have to leave the call and rejoin it. It's very annoying.
Fun.
But you're a pro hacker. Why does that?
Yeah.
I've been bamboozled.
All right. Okay, so the bunk room. He shows you upstairs. A dozen bunk beds line the sides of this fairly narrow bunk hall. Each bed is made, sheets and blankets tucked under bed pads and pillows carefully placed at each head. Some time ago, this may have housed up to 24 members of the guard, but has clearly been abandoned for the past week. Can take any bed you like. Yeah, I use the one at the end there when I'm not going home. But I worry that if we leave the guardhouse unoccupied, some more documents may go missing.
Then you probably shouldn't join us for lunch.
how many people? I mean, have you had to stave off many people already, or have you been lucky enough to be undisturbed?
What do you mean, stave off people? Like,
you've barred yourself in here, obviously, and everything. Have you had anybody trying to ransack the building?
no one has tried to break in yet. I'm not sure
Not that
What
brave.
if we tried
if there's
to
anything
get them to
valuable
break
left.
in while we were here?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I think
Would
I
you
was
be
pretty
capable
clear.
of defending yourself.
No, I meant maybe we could get them to try to break in while we were here to,
An
suss out.
ambush!
Yeah.
Oh,
Trap.
well, who are you anticipating would come?
The syndicate?
The entire syndicate.
Well, many of them.
Yes, all of them.
It's not like I don't know who many of the syndicate members are in town. It's just that I can't do a lot about it.
Who would you say are the main bigger names at the syndicate in town?
Yeah, like some that you know.
It was mostly sort of minor players for a while. There was Boss Ortho. People called him Boss. But lately, Edgar Doros has been here. They call him Booker.
know
creative with
him.
that nickname.
Do I recognize any of these names, or do any of? I guess.
We recognize.
Welgwyn, you don't, but everyone else, or Welgwyn and Chance don't. But
Okay.
yeah, the rest of the party knows who Booker is.
We set his hideout on fire by
Yeah.
accident.
In
Yep.
case
Nice.
anyone doesn't remember, he was the gnome who was about to torture the Spellcaster's Authority.
Oh.
So yeah, I kind of blew up one of Booker's places. So yeah, we know him.
Was it you? I thought it was Dakota.
Well, we were searching the
I was on
library.
fire.
Oh, well,
Was booby trapped, and I think Lost and the gambling parlor also attacked at the same time. So there were multiple fires all at once.
good, good. That was quite the explosion. That's kind of why the syndicates tried to kill us so many times. They don't.
Yeah, that sounds disruptive, to say the least.
Yes.
But it's good to know that he's in town.
Yeah, he seems to be overseeing many of the shipments now, which probably have picked up considerably since Central Authority is a bit more distracted these days. Well, did you want to go to lunch? I've locked up most of the important stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll.
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You've got actually something planned.
Oh well, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I think if we put off lunch any longer, that fish is going to start to turn, and Alik is going to get hangry.
I would hope it wouldn't turn. It's supposed to be dead.
No, we were going to abandon him. I know we invited you to lunch, but the more we're seen together, the more likely the syndicate are going to identify us as a potential threat.
While that's true, just the fact that you've walked into the guardhouse has probably given you away.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Makes a fair point. We can't take back the invitation now.
And now that we know that Booker is in town, I mean, honestly, pretty much all of us, with the exception of maybe Welgwyn and Chance, are done. I mean, there's no mystery as to who we are.
Well, I've been working with Welgwyn to improve my disguise skills, so I feel like I can suitably. I leveled up and have disguise kit and poisoner's kit now.
And Cora, I actually think that that's a good idea. I think we should take advantage of the fact that Welgwyn's brand is not easily visible, and you have these and you've been working on these skills and what Chance has got going on. But for now, I don't think there's any purpose in us. If you disguise yourself now and we all walk out of this building together, your disguise is blown. So we might as well just keep that in our back pockets for now until we need to use it.
You can always just pretend like you're corrupt cops, even if they recognize you. Just be like, "Yeah, we want the money." That's what corrupt cops want.
This is also true. So, anyways, for now, let's go to lunch, and we can game plan a little bit.
Okay.
Turn back into Chance. Not
It's actually
so-
approaching evening, too. You guys are having a bit of a
dinner.
late lunch.
So, Linner.
While we're
Let's see, what
doing
time
that,
is it? 17:30.
Nirda, do you happen to know any poisonous fish? I would like to extend my expansive collection and perhaps buy some supplies.
I doubt they'd be selling any poison fish in the market. Usually they sell, food variety fish.
I wasn't asking if they were going to sell. I didn't know anybody, but fine then.
And then if you
Don't
want
have
to
to
take
get
time to go
poisonous.
fishing, most of the poisonous fish should be farther out into the reef. Pretty
Well,
tricky to get out there.
if there really was Crumbo fin,
Crumbo fin fish.
Crumbo fin fish, then we could take advantage of that.
I mean, don't you guys know you need to be a specially trained chef to serve crumbo fin?
Yeah, if you cut it wrong, it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Doesn't everyone know that?
Well, and if there's a big syndicate presence in town, wouldn't there be some more shady retailers that may deal in poisons and other things?
Well, once again, let's get out of the guardhouse and we can explore Cragtooth Bay a little bit.
Should we just go ask the retailers if they're shady?
That's
No.
no. You have to say a really weird long phrase. I don't know. Wellwood knows how to do it. I've tried to say it a few times. It's weird.
It's very complicated, but don't worry
it's like,
about it.
Are you a legitimate merchant? Is that like what?
No.
You're getting there, but no.
Okay.
You gotta talk about trees, but you're not talking about trees. But the other person knows you're not talking about trees, but knows that the trees is not an important part because you're talking about something else.
That's bizarre.
You go up to them and you say, "So I hear you carry fish, and there's this thing you do with your hands. It's a thieves' can't. Only thieves know it. You know, you raise your middle finger, and then you."
Actually, if you raise your middle finger, it doesn't go as well as you would think. Trust me, I learned that one the hard way.
Oh, I thought I learned thieves' can't fairly well from you. Well, Quinn, apparently I still have some lessons to.
Well, we'll keep working on it. You're gonna get it, no problem. You're definitely gonna get it.
It's not called thieves' can, Cora.
Oh boy.
Thieves'
Good
can.
God. Good God. Okay.
Let's go get some food.
Let's go.
You know, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he's wrong on that one, but I don't know how to argue it.
So
Guard tuna.
Captain Lordra sees you out of the guardhouse. He latches the door behind you as you leave. It's like, good luck. See you back tonight. And you're
Later,
back
loser.
out
Oh
in
my
Port
God.
Greyshallow. I assume you go to Yoshimura's. Yeah?
Yeah.
The streets are pretty lively at night, and as you're walking around, you do see someone who, like, on their jerkin has the painted eye of the syndicate, traveling with a group of several other people.
We attack him.
No.
Just punch
If anything, we could consider trailing somebody like that. That's just making it obvious that they're part of the syndicate to see where they head to.
I feel like trailing them would make it really obvious that we're trailing them.
Can
As
I
they pass by you, though, they kind of,
Pockets.
like, eye you down a bit.
can I split off not far from the group, but just a little bit of distance and try to sort of sneak as everybody else is walking along?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Cool.
Is there anybody particularly eye-catching else around other than these people?
Me
Anybody
too,
else
me
that I
too.
could
Roll
possibly-
perception.
Yeah. I would like to notice someone else's appearance.
What's that roll, Isaac?
I said, me too.
Oh,
No.
for perception?
Mine's a 15.
Oh, stealth?
Oh, stealth. And mine is 14.
Wow, Jesus, that's a straight 16. I have 0 plus.
It's not bad. Well, Gwyn, you managed to, like, break off from your party while still following them, and you look like you're not entirely with them. Are you actually trying to, like, you can't really move through the dock streets hidden, but you can, like, pull your cloak up and be sort of innocuous.
Yeah, I was just like sneaking along next to buildings, trying to
Yeah.
fit into the
Cora
shadows. a
Cora
little
does
bit.
the same thing,
On
not
the other
quite
side.
as successfully. Yeah, on the other side. Every once in a while, you kind of like have to look back
sorry.
towards the rest of the party to make sure you're following them correctly. Like
And
you
I'll
almost
do,
lose them a couple times. So
Perception check as well.
it's a little more obvious you're with them. Okay,
Yay, halfway mark.
another one. Thankfully.
Oh
I'm
yeah, can
halfway.
I also do a perception check to keep an eye out for stuff as I'm
Yeah.
sneaking?
Oh,
You can't
have a
hit my
huge
disguise.
bonus.
I'm trying to find people's souls to steal. Okay.
It's 12.
Okay. I mean, there are a lot of people in the crowd who take a bit to look at you. Most of the people here are humans. As you're walking through the dock streets, there's maybe like one tiefling that you see. There are a fair number of dwarves and halflings as well, and a few elves, and a dragonborn or two, a few dragonborn here and there. So your party stands out a little bit, having 2 tieflings together. And also, like, being mostly non-human. And traveling together with big weapons and armor on huge backpacks and stuff. But Chance,
What, you never seen an adventurer before? Come on.
Actually, Chance, roll 3d6. Okay, yeah, you notice a halfling that... Yeah, you notice a halfling, like, go a little bit out of his way to follow you for a little bit. You hardly have any distance travel before Yoshimura's, so once he sees you approaching Yoshimura's, he kind of just breaks off. He seems to be, like, looking you over, like, looking over your party. You could roll insight to see if you can try to suss out why.
Let's see if I'm smart today. Come on, get lucky, because I don't have any modifiers. 15, yeah.
Okay. The way he's looking over your party, he looks a little dismayed. He's like he's looking for something in particular that he's not finding.
I'm gonna go harass him. Or are you going to go harass him?
Oh, you didn't notice him. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice him.
No.
Or you can just continue on to Yoshimura's.
I'm just gonna let that one's... I'll let that slide. Because if he pulled off from us, he doesn't care about us exactly. Let's just go to Yoshimura's. Yeah.
All right. Yoshimura's smells of ale and herbed fish fried in blubber. As thick and intoxicating as the aroma is, it's a welcome respite from the dry, salty air outside. The interior is dimly lit by several tallow lanterns adorning tabletops and wall sconces. However, the liveliness of the joint cannot be overstated. Great groups of sailors and fishermen cajole each other into some competition of strength, while onlookers slosh back flagon after flagon of ale. Wooden dishes tumble to the floor as one enormous man lifts another off the deck, his loose legs flailing beneath him. The tavern is packed nearly to capacity, and energetic music which rises and falls with the tide of the patrons flows out from just outside the pack. Behind the bar is a hefty man with light blue eyes, a hearty build, and slick black hair jutting downwards towards his face, forming a distinctive widow's peak. He laughs and smiles while pouring drinks and sharing words with folk at the bar. Welgwyn notices him immediately and recognizes him as Yoshimura.
Yoshi!
The group of people... There seems to also be a group of people sort of surrounding the 2 men who are trying to lift each other, and one who is lifted and sort of like thrown down on the deck. And you hear the jingling of coins as money changes hands afterwards. And
do I remember
Smoke
what
contest.
my particular recent history with Yoshimura is? Like, what's our relationship?
Yeah, so about 2 years ago, when you met Chance, you were in Port Greyshallow and had just sniped the Swellum
Thought it might be that guy.
chest. Though you were not caught, and so no one necessarily knows it was you.
All right, well, I'm gonna say Yoshimura and walk over to see him.
Oh, Welgwyn, was it? It's been some years.
Was. Yeah, how you been, man?
Ah, doing quite well. Business is good as usual. Things are a little rough here in town. Most of the Townsguard gone, but I manage. Everything is fine.
Man, well, I'm so glad to see you. Can I get some drinks for my friends and I?
Yes, of course. What will you have? We've got Barnacle Brew, excuse me. I've had a little bit myself, you can see. Tawdry Ale and Urchin Spike, if you haven't had it before. It's very interesting.
This would be about the time when I'd just go up and slam the tuna down on the table. It's not slam,
He's taken aback. It's like, it's a nice
Also,
fish.
my friend would like to have this cooked, if that's an option.
Oh, sure. Yes. I'll get Baldwin on it.
Much for fish, but they told me this was the closest thing to a ham shank, so prepare it.
It's a bit unlike a ham shank, but we can make some steaks out of this. I think we could make it kind of close.
Yeah, there was something about some spikes with urchins and a drink of some kind.
Yes, the urchin spike. It's a drink. It's a potato mash vodka seasoned with ground urchin and fish gut. It sounds a little strange, but you'll have to try it. It's quite good.
You know, a lot of things sounded gross to me earlier that are not going to fit into the characterization of wanting to try this now, but...
We doing a round of urchin spike for everyone except for Cora, who has
let's do a round.
Come on, Chance. You can have a share a drink with me.
Why am I not allowed to join in? I'm of drinking age. I can take it.
Right.
Cora, do you remember what happened last? One and no more.
No, I don't remember what happened last time.
And that's the problem.
He pulls out this bottle. With on the front is etched into the glass a sea urchin, and he starts pouring shots for everybody. Do you want shots, or do you want like
We usually go by the bottle.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll just
I'll
just
take
buy
straight
the
up
and down
bottle.
kind of people.
3 silver for the bottle of urchin spike.
All right, I'm gonna give him 5 silver.
Town is cheap.
Thank you, generous as always, Wugman.
Of course. Hey man, whatever happened to you and that sailor? I remember you hit it off with that the last time I was here in town.
He blushes a bit. Timothy left about a year ago, unfortunately.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. You can't trust a Timothy.
Nope.
Well, it was good for a while.
They're the worst.
It was good for a while.
Are you speaking from experience, Chance?
Again, Cora, get lost.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Have you even started to drink yet, Cora?
No, I'm just trying to. Anyway, do something. Else.
Yeah, I am speaking of it from experience, but not necessarily romantically. Necessarily.
Well, given how everything turned out, then let's add a bit for you, and I'm gonna pour him a drink, a shot, and slide it across the bar to him.
Thanks.
Can we link arms and do the shot thing where we link arms and we both take the shot?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Leans over the counter.
My little tiny stubby arm.
My big beefy arms.
The drink is a sour taste, but a silky smooth mouthfeel. And it goes down quickly and easily.
So, that was tasty. Is this the strongest stuff you got?
Am I supposed to swallow this?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You said you wanted it.
I do have a bottle of Devil's Own gin. From Brimshire. It's mostly for special occasions. I don't know if I can let it go.
I don't know, Yoshi. Don't you think it's pretty a special occasion that you happen to meet the new Townsguard?
Oh God.
I'm gonna elbow him in the side as hard as possible.
You're a Townsguard, you say?
Well, we're not. We're helping the Townsguard.
Maybe.
Or, more importantly, we're helping the captain of the Townsguard, since the rest of the Townsguard is not here.
Guys, we make up 6/7 of the Townsguard.
That is
Yeah, well,
true.
we
Lordress has seemed a
told
bit
us
lonely lately.
Yeah.
You don't need to be so forward about all this information.
Yes, I know. But since Chance let it spill,
I'm sorry.
might as well
Been
clarify.
delivered. Not
Why
my
would we
fault.
try to hide it? We don't care if the syndicate comes to us.
Okay.
He gets it.
Hey, so either I'm gonna
Another
wanna
man
drink-
hits the deck and a bunch of coins change hands behind you.
Nice. Either if we're gonna hang out here and you guys are gonna be like this all night, I'm gonna need a whole lot more to drink.
You got the bottle.
Would you like another bottle?
Yes. No, I'll put down. I'll also put down 5 silver.
You
Can I
all
see
are
there's
too generous.
anybody Obviously organizing or like the ring master of the sumo match going on near.
Yeah. So there is very clearly one human male who's sort of like taking bets and shouting out and like just sort of announcing people as they come up to participate.
I want to try to like quietly, not without the rest of the party know, kind of dip away and try to approach that guy and talk to him.
Okay. Yeah, so as you approach, he's just announced these 2 people. You realize, or you overhear through the crowd, that this is a competition called hoisting. And it's very strange to you. You don't remember it from your time in Port Greyshallow before.
Oh man.
But the men, like as they're being announced, or just after they're being announced, they put their hands under each other's armpits, and then when like the guy says go, they each start like trying to lift each other.
This is so dumb. This is amazing. Do you guys do this?
Oh my god, I can't wait for this.
I want to do it.
I was gonna try to get him to take Alik as a contender without
Alright.
Alik realizing it.
My
but
low
apparently
center
they-
of mass.
Sneak over here. Hey, excuse me. I really love what you're doing here, and I've got 2 friends that I think could help you make some coin.
Oh?
Yeah, you see those 2 halflings over there?
No.
We're not.
He
part of
looks
this
over to the
conversation.
bar at Welgwyn and Cora. Yeah, I see him.
So, I bet you, they'd be a great show for some reason. You know, just something tells me they'll be very entertaining.
You really think halflings could lift any of these men out here? He like points to the 2 guys doing it. One right
Probably
now.
lift each other.
There's like an enormous man with this long brown beard. He's shirtless and he's like wrestling with this other slightly trimmer man who's like very muscular. They're like shuffling past each other, slamming their elbows into each other, like trying to get their elbows on top.
No. I'm talking about an amateur ladies halfling night where we watch these 2 struggle it out. See, it's a rarity your audience has never seen. They won't know the odds, and since they're both my friends, I can rig it for you.
Yeah. Problem is you guys came in together, so that last part's gonna be pretty obvious to most of the crowd.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck of convincing us to join in on your plan.
So
I've got a lot of charisma.
I'm gonna
But if any
continue
of you guys want to compete, you know, we can put you in for next round.
Oh.
Merida.
Did someone
Merida.
say
We're not talking. It's just Chance. So I want to go over there and be like,
There's
I think my friend Alik would be perfect for this. This seems like the test of strength and endurance that he would love.
Yeah, I agree.
How do I enter him?
As you're talking to him, the guy with the brown beard manages to lift the other guy off the floor and slam him on the ground. The slam
to
seems
enter
like
the strength
totally
contest.
unnecessary. Everyone cheers and money changes hands.
Alright. Well, now do we put Nerida or Leak?
Tybalt wins again! Everyone's cheering. He's like, "Oh."
Nerida actually to win it.
My money's on Nerida.
Thank
Hey.
you. Thank
Literally,
you.
if she competes, I will be betting money on Nerida.
He's strong.
Let's do
but
it.
He doesn't have the stoutness of a dwarf.
Do you see that really big cleric over there?
Yeah?
Well, I also know her. wanna
She thinks she can take on Tybalt?
I mean, I think Tybalt's a pussy. So yeah.
Tybalt, like, turns to you and marches over. What was that?
My friend over there said you were a pussy.
He wrenches his head over to Nerida. Do you think you have what it takes to take on Tybalt?
I'm just gonna stand in the background. You got it.
He's like, I've been hoisting for decades.
That's very
You even
impressive.
lift, bro?
Everyone's like,
Come on,
Tybalt.
16. You hoist.
Sure, why not? I'll give it a go. Seems like fun. A good way to pass the.
You're gonna have to do better than that, little lady.
Now that
To
Nerida
take
is
on
Don't
away,
worry, I'll
Tybalt.
give it my all.
I was positioned away from everyone because I'm embarrassed by my friends. But now that Nerida is getting involved in hoisting, I'm going to turn back around. But I'm gonna do away with the glass and just start drinking
Like
straight
the
from the bottle.
That's wise.
I want to stand up on the counter and yell, Nerida, Nerida. And,
A few
then
people are like,
sing-
Nerida, Nerida. The rest of the crowd turns and
Yeah!
is like, Tybalt,
I wave.
Tybalt.
All right, guys, who's putting their money on Nerida? Who's putting their money on Nerida? Is there
You're trying
currently
to
someone who's
prevent them
running
better.
the
Are you- Nerida, are you like posing and strutting
Yes,
and stuff?
and
All right,
waving
rad.
and posing and
I want to use you as
flipping my hair, my beautiful
modern
More
dreadlocks.
D20 for performance.
Sure, actually, yeah. Let's do it.
There you go.
All right, do it up. Let's not use all my.
What's
good
your
luck,
performance
though.
bonus?
Negative something, probably.
can I
If it's
assist?
charisma.
Yeah, you can assist. You want to assist on your own, or
Performance is charisma. So
I was gonna say, I think you
Yeah,
just need
it's
to use
-1.
you just need to use
Can
Chance
I-
as your hype man.
all right, you
Wait,
got
yeah,
11.
Can I actually? Oh wait, do I?
Here, I'll roll it up.
Also, Welglen's typing me up too. So
Yeah,
Oh
that
Jesus,
counts
yeah.
for anything.
25.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh.
there you go.
So before Chance starts hyping everyone, I want to go, what's a pussy?
God.
It's a cat.
Oh,
It means cat.
okay.
Because cats are duplicitous in their dealings, and so you can't trust them. And yeah,
That is a great. Actually, no, I'm still away from everyone drinking. I'm not going to comment.
I want to go place a bet on Nerida.
All right. Let's see. What are the
I'm gonna
odds?
place a bet
be?
on Nerida too, but then say a prayer over Nerida, air quotes, by guidance.
If you do magic, everyone will know.
even if it's just like, oh, this is just a generic cleric
What?
prayer.
What if I also did magic and shouted, "Hey, look over here!" As he did it with the modern
Christ.
jig.
So it's 1 to 1 point, or it's what would that make it? 9 gets you 10. No, wait, that's wrong. What am I thinking? 4 gets you 10. 2 gets you 5, basically, right? The odds are 2 to 5 on Nerida.
Okay, so I'll put in 4 gold then.
Okay.
Wise. Here we go.
Okay, so then I'm going to ask the crowds. I'm going to say, it's hardly a fair matchup. A woman against a man of his caliber. I think the little lady needs a blessing from Helm. Does the crowd have any
Christ.
objections?
You're asking the crowd? They're all just
Yeah, can I
chanting.
do
They're like,
like a
Tybalt! Nerida! You can roll
Right.
persuasion, but you're going to be talking to
Right.
like the guy who's leading it.
The crowd in general, like get them on my side.
Okay.
Maybe the
Everyone's
guy, I
like, what? Who cares? Let him hoist!
guess.
Can roll
I'll try,
persuasion,
see what
but
happens. It
Nope.
didn't work.
get that helm shit out of here! Let him hoist!
What? Who said that?
Love it. I'm gonna cheers to whoever said, "Get that helm shit out of here."
He brings you to the center of the room. Tybalt is an inch or two taller than you. Not tremendously taller than you, but he is a large man. You would guess he weighs like 300 to 350 pounds.
Way too long.
And
He's like, looks at you for a bit and then realizes like it's going to be kind of awkward to place his hands where he needs to put them. So he's like, The ref guy comes in and just kind of shoves his hands under there, like grabs you under the arms. You do the same. You put your arms under his armpits. Like, all right, first foot to leave the ground loses. Keep those feet on the ground, hoisters. And
All right.
go. Roll strength.
Oh,
You roll
yeah,
for
we
me,
didn't wanna
please.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, can I
Talk
bend
about the
luck
rules.
without
First
being-
one's his.
Ooh, that's a good question. Can he bend
Oh,
luck
shit.
without being seen?
Oh fuck.
So you can't move your hands from under their armpits are the rules, and you have to just lift. The first one to get a foot off the ground loses.
And she's in all her
So,
armor.
Bend
He's
luck
not.
can be used
She's
on
not in her
village
armor, no.
checks. So can I, like, if
Can
they're
it be
doing
used for other
a
people?
strength check? Yeah, it's against other people. Another creature that I can see. When another creature you can see makes an
sure.
attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use your reaction and spend 2 sorcery points to roll 1d4 and 1d4 and apply the number rolled as a bonus or penalty. Your choice to the creature.
Okay, yeah, you can bend luck.
Oh fuck yeah, I want to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Before he does that, it's
It's
not going
plus
to actually.
4.
I'll be back 1 second.
So if you get a 4, it might actually surpass unless Iden gives him a bonus.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
He
So,
might have a bonus, but I'm pretty sure Ama's
He's pretty
got
thick. He
maxed
probably
out,
has a bonus.
maxed
Well,
out athletics.
She just said 4, so
I have
Oh,
max
athletics.
athletics, but he said it was a strength check.
yeah.
Yeah, strength should be athletics. Or maybe not.
If
I
it's
don't know.
athletics, I get plus 8. If it's just strength, I guess it's plus 4.
He's probably got good athletics anyways, so it may not make a difference.
Yeah. In fact, it might be worse for me if he has full.
It's true.
Well, no, actually, it'd be the same. Depending on his level.
I love that every once in a while the video will switch to Maggie when she's not saying anything or she's like walking around.
We just get the model strut.
Yeah.
Just trying to give you guys a nice little tour, see what my ceilings and door frames look like.
This is what a house looks like.
This is what a
It's
two-bedroom
got
or one-bedroom apartment looks
walls.
like.
Here, Kalani, you want to watch?
Baby! Your cheeks.
Watch your mama hoist a big man. All right.
Next you.
So you're what, plus 8?
If it's athletics, then plus 8.
Yeah, athletics.
And then Amma gets plus 4.
So 16 plus 8 is 24. And let's get better music going. Oh. That's a little better. All right, so right as the ref says go, Tybalt starts like pulling you down a bit, which seems a bit strange, but you notice he's trying to muscle like his elbows underneath yours. And then he like wrenches down, like almost squats a bit and starts lifting. And your heels start to come off the ground slightly.
Oh, no.
Roll athletics again.
Do it again.
I'm gonna, again, bend luck.
You're gonna bend luck again?
Yep. Dom, plus 2 to Amma. Oh no.
Oh, that's Ama's.
I might use my inspiration, but I'm on a big delay for what
Oh,
But
that's
again.
his. It's 4
Okay,
and 4.
4 and 4. So yeah,
Sorcery points saving.
4 and then
your heels are coming off the ground. You're like, oh no, I'm not used to this. This is very unusual. And you sort of like remember loading heavy barrels on ships from your time as a
all
sailor.
the time.
You pull and you like push your elbows inwards, and you notice he starts like his arms start shuddering a bit as you're like pushing them and trying to break them, and he slides out, and you get set back down.
All right.
I roll for armor this time.
We're doing it again. Sure. I rolled the strip. What else am I supposed to do?
Roll better.
There you go. There we go.
And plus
There you
one
go. You It's like gritting your teeth and pushing. Everyone's like, Tybalt, wait, what? And you're you like buckle down into his stance and start pulling him up. His legs lock up underneath him
Yeah.
as his heels start pulling on the ground slightly.
Thanks,
Pulling up from the
Alani.
ground
Thanks
slightly.
for giving us our crowd effects.
Let's do it again.
Sorry, it takes a while to mute and unmute.
No worries.
Hold on, can you
Oh,
say
that's
Nerida?
awesome.
Oh,
Nerida.
Oh, I'm not gonna beat that. Yep.
All right, so you feel him starting to lift off the ground, but he pushes back from you slightly, and it throws you off balance. You set him back down. He glares at you straight in the eye and grits his teeth. He's like, "You're the hardest one I've fought yet, but Tybalt will get through this. Take this!" And he wrenches up again. Roll strength.
okay. Now I want
Do
a
it,
minus
do it.
from him.
All right. Oh no. There's like sweat dripping from his brow. His muscles
I know,
are
it's-
pulsing. You're like, your heels come off the ground again. The crowd is cheering, Tybalt, Tybalt. Athletics again.
Minus from him.
All right. All right.
Come on,
You
you'll be okay. It's
like,
okay.
okay, what can I do here? You pull forward to him, swing your elbows out, and then pull back and like snap your elbows in and like clank your elbows against his. And the force of it just throws him off just enough. It sets you back down. You're back at a stalemate.
So while we're back in the middle, is the odds changed? Are they still taking bets? I feel like this has been going on long enough that it would.
Yeah, they're still taking bets.
What are the
I
odds
think the
right now?
ratios, the odds. Are,
Yeah, the odds are now 3 gets you 5 for Nerida.
that was 2 to 5. Now it's 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Yep, because she's holding her own.
Okay.
I'm gonna put in another 6.
All right. So you're
10 total.
10 total. You're in at 2-5.
4 at 2-5 and 6 at 3-5.
Okay, so it's another 10, right? If you win.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to bet?
Sure. I'll put 10 in as well.
All
All right,
right.
let's put 12 in. That'll make it math easier.
How much is
right?
that, Kailani? How much gold? You know?
Let's see.
You gotta win this for us,
You
man.
put 12 in,
Oh.
which
I'll
is
do my
really
best.
funny as well.
I'm exhausted.
Roll.
I'm
Oh,
just
no.
glistening with sweat.
Oh.
He gets a second win, lifts your heels off the ground again. Tybalt! Do another.
Kick him in the groin.
You can tell that took a lot out of him. He's getting tired. Okay.
Is that enough to overpower him back?
What is that
into his-
total? Yeah.
27.
You shift your hands back and like push into his armpits with your thumbs, and he's you're like digging into him, and it hurts. He's winded from having just like pushed himself to lift you off the ground. You fall back down and you start like switch your hand position quickly again, like dig your fingers into his ribs, if you can even find them amidst all his flesh, and start lifting.
Yeah, that's the noise you make.
His heels come off the ground. Roll again.
Rolling on your dice strip now. Hopefully that'll give better luck. Yes!
You've got his heels off the ground. He's sweating. He's looking panicked. He's like pushing and pulling, trying to jostle you, but your arms are just locked in place underneath him. You stare at him in the eyes and grin just a bit. You dig down, like flex down your legs and lift him off the ground.
Now say a cool one-liner. Say a cool hoist one-liner.
Good.
Just say your name real loud, like he is.
Do you want to toss him to the side or just hold him up for a second?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, throw him to the side as he's been throwing everyone else. He stumbles into a table and collapses on it. He just like walks away dejected. Everyone's like, Nerida!
Nerida!
Queen of hoisting!
Nerida the
Just like
sailor?
raise my arms to the sky. I twirl around.
Nerida the hoistress! Nerida the invincible! They're all just cheering. Alright,
to collect
Welgwin,
my
you get 20
money.
gold.
Yeah.
Cora, you also get 20 gold.
Yay.
So it's
Plus 10.
plus 10 because I put the.
Yeah, so you each get 20 total.
Not with me, but
Yay!
Yeah!
Yay!
We're all excited about it.
Everyone.
As the crowd is like picking up cheering for Nerida. Let's see. Oh, again.
You didn't give away the reason I didn't answer my phone, did you, Tim?
What? Sorry.
I think I'm just assuming that the same person who tried calling me that I did not answer tried calling you. Yep, there it goes.
Gotta use everybody's mind. Make this life easier for everybody.
Yoshimura's like furiously pouring drinks behind the bar. Everyone's like shouting and cheering, sloshing ale around.
Now,
I'll go
Ali,
over and be like,
it's your
go
turn
play
to prove your
Tybalt and
prowess.
help him up the ground again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You help him up.
I wanna get
and
it.
He kind of like looks at you and just walks away dejected and mad.
I want to run to the edge of the ring and go, you stupid pussy! I fucking told you!
Just as
Oh,
you're
gosh.
shouting, you notice the same halfling you noticed earlier hanging out by the door, like staring at all of you.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have shouted on that.
We're making a spectacle.
You know, I'm sorry.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to fight. I want to do against Nerida, the grapple competition.
Oh!
But the real question is, I have squat nimbleness, which gives advantage on escaping grapple with it on athletic checks to escape grapple. Does that come
So
into play
you're trying
here?
to game the game?
Yeah, I want to try to game the game.
Only when you're on the defensive. If you're on the offensive, it is not going to give you a bonus.
Well, right. So like, it's kind of like a contested. So I don't know.
I mean, it depends if Nerida wants to fight you, I
Grapple
guess.
Nerida, you want to go?
you.
Why
Wanna have
not?
a little lift off?
do you even hoist, bro?
Do
You know what hoisting is?
The guy's like, this is a match between friends. We won't be taking bets. This is just for the honor.
We didn't say it had to be just for the
See if we can overthrow Nerida.
Yeah.
You're like,
Before that, any
Nerida,
other
queen of
things?
hoisting. Another guy's like, get that helm shit out of here. Go back to helm, pussy.
Oh,
Any
it's you
racial
next.
dwarf slurs.
You couldn't hoist a fucking gauntlet, you pussy.
Just
I
do
hoist barrels of fish all day. What do? Just go pray. Get out of here.
Wow, these guys are really good at trash talk.
it. Yeah, right, that's impressive. All right, yeah. So we doing this?
Yeah.
All right, everyone's crowding around. Like,
Listen.
Nerida. Two
Also,
people are like, the
man.
dwarf, I guess,
I blow
maybe.
kisses to the crowd.
I want to hold up my homemade already. Narrative heart sign.
I'll
just as an
handshake
aside,
Alik and then get in
I have
the
about an
weird
hour.
hoisting position.
All
Yeah,
right.
you lock
Sitting off the
hands.
computer.
Lock our hoists.
Okay. I'll roll for Nerida. Go.
Hoist. Oh no. Oh, that's not so bad. That's +6 unless I get any other bonus for my squat nimbleness.
But isn't hers +8 or
Hers is
something?
+8,
Yeah, it is.
It is. What does
Oh,
squat
that's gonna go
nimbleness do?
statistically. So it gives you proficiency in athletics and advantage escaping grapple. So I don't know if it comes into play here because it's kind of like a grapple fest.
Again, I feel like it's only when you're on the defensive. So if she makes so right now
Okay.
you're even. When she makes a good roll, you're on the defensive, and then
Yeah.
you could use it. But when you're on the offensive, because it's for like escaping grapple, it would not
Okay.
give you a bonus.
So Nerida, you have to like squat down to even be in a position where you can put your arms under Alex. Squat down a good foot or so. This makes you a little unsteady. Like you're already in a difficult position. Alex is just like, but Nerida, you manage to lift Alex's heels off the ground. And yeah, Alex, I'll give you a bonus now that you're sort of on the back foot.
Okay. Am I rolling?
We'll say
with advantage
it's
or
like
with
plus
bonus?
5. We'll just say it's
Ooh,
plus
that's
5.
A lot.
It's
That's
a lot.
I like those
Wow.
odds. Hey,
Damn.
don't question it. Damn.
Everyone's like, Nerida's the strongest.
Ooh, that's still not enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Nerida.
Alec, you look like down at Nerida, who's slightly below you. It's a very unusual position for you two to be in. She looks up at you and just kind of grins. You try to like wrestle with her arms, slam into her elbows, and wrench at her, but she just like holds steady. She's got the experience of beating Tybalt behind her and whoop, lifts you off the ground. Everyone's
Can
like,
I
yeah,
pretend like a romantic movie? In a circle.
like spin him
Or fall
around,
down
like
and pat him up. Yeah.
Nerida
then
the
walk down
humble,
and pat
Nerida, Nerida the merciful.
Nerida, yay.
Oh, Alec.
All right, but yeah,
Nerida,
Chance-
Defend yourself
oyster.
against Nerida. How do you plan to defend us against enemies?
There's a lot more than just hoisting someone to battlefields.
I wouldn't
Don't
say
worry
a lot
about that.
more, but
Hoisting is
I
a
will.
major part of fights.
hoisting is definitely a not
Just make sure you use your
considerable-
back the whole time.
Yeah,
key to
and a
hoisting.
wrench.
Lost, you're getting pretty drunk.
That's the plan.
Getting. I think he's.
But- He's gotten through half a bottle of Urchin Spike, and the more you drink, the smoother it goes down.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
cozy up next to him and be like, "Hey, are we still planning to break into a house later tonight? Cause are you gonna be good to break into a house later tonight?"
Oh, I'm just prepping. This is all
Okay.
pre-game for just that activity.
All right, man.
I'm
you do
gonna
you.
walk up to Wellgren and put my arm around her, and as we're walking towards the bar, go, "Help me get a discount." And I'll go, "Hey,
All
barkeep, for all that entertainment and being the new hoist champion,
I'm
can I
gonna
get a
kinda
discount on
hush-
another
Hey,
bottle
hey,
of
hey,
that urchin?"
What about it, Yoshi? You got something special for the queen of hoisting here?
Roll persuasion.
Yes.
Everyone is watching you do it too, so he's like looking around at everyone. He's like, "Oh,
The nice
Urchin
stuff, the devils, whatever.
Oh God,
Oh, I thought you
That's
guys got that already.
An 18.
No.
Not good to-
No.
Oh, okay. I would have asked for that.
18. Yeah, you want the bottle of the Devil's Own? Is that what you're asking
Yeah.
for, or are you like?
Yeah, I want the.
Okay, Nerida, your roll is bad, but Wellgwyn is really helping you out here. So he's like, "You know what? I've been saving this for 6 months, and it's hard to get, but you're the queen of hoisting. You deserve a good drink." He grabs the bottle of Devil's Own from under the counter. He's like, makes a big show of like flipping it around and pouring several shots. Like, Devil Zone for the Queen of Hoisting, and everyone's cheering.
The Queen of
Woo! I'll take a swig.
Grab
Merida the Invincible.
I'll last over my rest of my friends. I'll have some.
So, Chance, you noticed the halfling from earlier, although it doesn't seem to be watching you. It seems to be watching Welgwyn.
Wow.
You can't really determine its gender. It's kind of cloaked and shadowy.
I like it more than that sour urchin stuff.
As we're
The Devil's Own gin is preposterously strong. It tastes like pure alcohol.
right before we're about to take a shot, I'm just gonna lean over to Will and go, "Hey, do you see that small person?"
I'm gonna look where he's pointing.
You look over and there's a halfling there who you only catch a glance. He looks very familiar, and as you turn to look at him, he quickly ducks away and ducks out the door.
I saw that guy before. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I want to follow him, but I don't want to go alone.
Still decently sober.
Clerical errors.
Hey guys, let's go get some air very quickly. Just follow right behind me. I'm gonna say kind of as softly as I can, just to the people around me, just to the party.
Air?
And then I'm gonna try to slip out.
All right, who's going with Welgwyn out the door?
I guess I am, but we're all just going to go out.
right?
That's not
Everyone
suspicious
is?
at all.
Oh no,
The
that's
crowd's
that makes a lot of sense.
Merida,
Yeah.
the Invincible.
I'll stay behind.
I'm gonna grab, I'm
I'll
gonna
sneak
grab
out. Everyone's going to assume I'm in shame, so.
Okay.
I'll stay with Nerida because I'm getting drunk.
Okay, cool.
Then we'll do it then.
So then,
2 and
but
4.
you guys linger behind me a little bit. I'm gonna take the lead, and I'm gonna try to be as stealthy as possible and follow the guy out.
All right, roll stealth.
Would love
I
to.
guess if I'm not at the computer, can someone roll stealth for me too? And then Ali can just bumble out.
Sure. Yeah, everyone
21
who's
for me.
going roll stealth.
Got it.
I'm not going to roll stealth. I'm just going to, well, you know what? We'll try to make it stealth.
You could follow way behind and not be stealthy and not really worry about it.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Rolled an 8.
Rolled an 8
Okay.
for me.
Oh, not for myself, but for you.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Welgwyn, it's yours, 26?
21.
I rolled a 16 for you, Isaac.
Okay, and I think that's +8.
Yeah. Okay. So you head out of Yoshimura's. There are a few people coming and going. Looking around a bit, you catch sight of this shadowy halfling figure. He's walking away from you and turns, is looking over his shoulder and just walks around a corner nearby around the building.
I want to keep following him.
All right.
Following Wildwin.
And I'll follow Elgrin, and then Ali, if he can see me, will follow me. Maybe.
Let's Scooby-Doo this.
Be able to. Unless you guys ran away.
I mean, we're definitely going to start running soon.
So you follow him around the corner, through the dock streets. He starts heading sort
I
of
could use
back.
Hunter's Mark on him.
It's a spell, right? I mean, you could
It's,
do it, but people will notice you casting it.
Prominent spell.
Yeah, but it's still...
Okay.
Let's see what its components are. It's verbal, so it's not silent, and people will know that you're casting a spell.
Okay. Then I guess not.
Okay, so he turns left out around the building and starts heading sort of northward a bit. A lot of the buildings here look kind of like administrative or are perhaps even large manors. He's just ducking through them all. You follow him all the way up.
Am I able to get any kind of look at him, or?
He's just kind of a cloaked halfling figure. From behind is fairly innocuous. Just got a deep blue cloak on.
Can I tell how old he is at all?
Not from behind.
Okay. All right, well, I'll keep following him.
Eventually, he finds like a small alleyway tucked between a few houses, and heads down, like halfway down it, and stops and just like sits on the ground.
I want to get an arrow ready to go. And then I want to call out to him and say, "Excuse me, sir."
He looks up, startled. He has his head in his hands, and he looks up at you, startled.
Can I see his face?
You can see his face.
And you're gonna ask him, do you hoist, bro?
And loose the arrow.
You recognize him as Quiver, your father. And that's where we'll take our break.
Jinx.
Yes.
We'll be back in 10 minutes, 6:27. See you then. And we are back. So, you round the corner, bow drawn, arrow knocked, and your father looks up at you, stunned. He looks around for a moment, and then just turns and runs.
I want to shoot him in the leg.
Jesus, okay.
Roll to hit. She's got not a bad reason for doing this, so.
I mean, is he actually wearing any armor? He's not an adventurer.
I don't care
Nope.
if he's wearing any armor or not.
So,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
AC 10, you can probably do that.
Oh, fuck.
He might have more than 10.
So that's
Not much.
That's plus
I mean, that's
7
that's
to
a hit. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you want to do
The
sharpshooter
arrow-
and,
The arrow
No, I do
sinks.
not want to
10
do
damage.
The arrow sinks into his calf, and he
Ooh, that's gonna be 9.
hobbles. Oh man, he's like bleeding profusely out of it. He spins and hobbles
What's
onto his
wrong,
leg.
Dad? You don't want to have a fun family reunion? Didn't you miss me?
He's just looking at you, just terrified. He's like,
Welgwyn with her arrow, firing arrows or into the darkness. I'm going to knock my arrow and come around the corner and take a shot at
Are we
whatever
close
she's
enough to
shooting
hear her
at.
yelling this?
I want to like hold
you're
back
you're
and
catching up.
indicate
You
to them
definitely
not
hear
to
her
shoot.
yelling. Yeah, you definitely hear her yelling. He spins around. He's
wanna-
like just holding his hand up. He's like, Welgwyn, stop.
I mean, I have some blunted arrows too, in theory, but I've done that before.
What's up? You just wanted to like watch from the shadows? You didn't want to say hi to your daughter, your beloved daughter?
Shh, hey, stop. Okay, I'm coming back. He's like hobbles over to you, is clutching his leg.
I think, hey, Welgwyn, I think I have manacles. Do you want manacles? What's going on?
I might want them in a second, but
He gets
hold
back
up for
to
a
you.
sec.
You're on the edge of the alleyway. He like peers out around the alley, like looking left and right, and then is like pulling you into the alleyway. Like, come on, we have to get off the street. Ah, God, shut.
Go with him. Yeah, Halkus is a really good teacher. Actually, I learned a lot of stuff from him. But I guess you wouldn't know that anymore since he's dead because of you. So.
Well, what does shooting me solve?
I don't know. Felt good. It was fun.
It looked really cool.
Look,
Hi.
get in here. Come on.
I'll follow him and indicate that everybody else should join us. Oh, by the
Did
way,
you
guys,
apprehend
this
the
is my
criminal?
dad.
Oh.
I'm saying
Shh,
it quietly.
just quiet.
Quieter. I'll say it quietly.
So, is he a criminal
A leak.
Two?
No leak.
then?
It's only the three of us.
When you say that to him, he looks down at the floor.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's a good criminal, but yeah.
Well,
I know how things turned out, Walgwyn, but I didn't think I deserved this.
Well, I don't think that Clovan deserved to be murdered in his bed, and I don't think that Halkus deserved to be murdered in his bed, but sometimes shit happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, you know I'm sorry. I told you. I didn't want things to turn out that way.
well, there
You never want anything to turn out the way that it turns out, but you don't stop doing the shit that makes it turn out the way that it turns out.
Allie, maybe we should take a few steps back. This is a family matter.
Oh no, it's gonna get really good in a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say this seems really.
Chance,
this is
you're still in the bar.
most
Shut up.
interested I've ever been in Wellgwyn. Let's say.
I heard that, and we're going to revisit that one later.
I think you're more right than you know, Walgwyn. We can't be seen together here in the city. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this.
You're with the syndicate? Sorry.
Yes.
Of course you're with the syndicate. Of course. So it's
Well,
not
when
good
I-
enough just to have debts with them. Now you're actually working with them. That's
I
incredible.
had to pay that off. They were gonna come after you next. I had to do what they wanted. And I'm trying to get our family back on track. I know this is a difficult step in the meantime. And it's terrible. They captured me at our manor outside of Thaura. I didn't know
I'm
what else to
surprised
do.
you even went back there, to be honest. I thought that you had to sell that place. Or did you get another manor?
No, I didn't have the keys for it, but I had to get inside. I left something in the basement there, hidden away. It was a portrait of our family, Walgwyn.
Secret basement treasures. Portraits.
Great, a portrait of our family. It's nice. You should have a picture of it since you're probably never going to see everyone in one place ever again. So,
Well, I go to your mother's grave often. I think of Adelindorf, and I think of you.
I think Welgwyn is a little too close to this. Can I do a perception check and see if he's telling the truth or just trying to bullshit her?
Sure.
Ba-ba-ba. I've got
Do you think this portrait is full of money?
Yeah, I'm like whispering to Chance in the background. Like, do you think the portrait's full of
Chance
money?
is in the bar.
Chance is
Stop
not
trying
there.
To talk.
Oh,
What?
Chance,
No.
keep talking then.
I'm
Oh,
here.
no, Chance is there. That's
No.
right.
Lost isn't there. I'm here.
I thought
Oh.
we
Four of
Chance
us
lost
all went.
and
Cora's just falling further into racism.
Yeah, it's
for
true.
Real.
It's been-
So-
Acknowledge me as a
Seven.
person. I'm not here.
What's that?
The shades, we have different shades of skin. I mean, come on.
No, but when we were talking about it, it was only Welgwyn, me, and then Alik because we all rolled stealth except for Alik, who was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, I
That-
can't
that-
really
that
do
is
that."
We're good. So what is that total? 27, you
27.
said?
27
You're proficient in...
perception.
No, not perception.
Oh,
What's the other thing called?
Insight?
The
Insight.
insight.
okay.
Insight.
For insight, I have +2, so 19. Not quite as much.
You're not quite sure. He seems pretty genuine, but he also got... And you catch some hints that he might be lying, but he also just got shot with an arrow. So you're having trouble, telling what's him just flinching from his leg. It's, bleeding. And what might be some kind of tell.
So, Welgwyn, I think you should be careful. I know that he is really getting your emotions right now, but try to think about this logically. He might just be taking advantage of your still caring
trust me,
for him.
I go into every conversation with my father assuming he's trying to take advantage of the situation.
Well,
Anyone should.
you're probably right. Anyway, point is, I wanted to make sure it was you. Word spread today that some silver blades were coming into town. take up at the guardhouse.
Do you know about any activity that's happened at the guardhouse? I feel like you at least owe me something.
What do you mean activity?
Who in the guards is also involved in the syndicate? Have there been any operations going down?
Give us
Yes.
insight to the syndicate.
Some of the guards were on staff, I think. Look, I'm not that well respected.
Oh, I wonder why.
What are you doing for the syndicate now?
Mostly minor jobs. Just scouting, loading and unloading cargo, stuff like that.
Any
Don't.
specific locations that you've been scouting? Or when you're unloading cargo, where are you doing it?
I can't tell you that. I can't be sure we're not being watched right now. If anything happens, I'll be blamed.
It
Well,
may be too late for that.
Ogwin,
Dick.
they'll kill me, and they'll come for you next. Or
They've
they'll
already come for
capture
me
you and
once,
use you
and-
against me.
They've already captured me once, and honestly, I don't give a shit what they do with you. Although I am curious about why you wanted a family portrait from our old house, considering Mom hated you by the time she died, and Zibrix asked you to stop reaching out to her because you were harassing her husband for money. So,
Oh,
Look,
geez, that's some
I
family
know I
issues.
haven't always been the best to all of you, and I know I'm the reason for our family going completely broke. Having to give up the manor, giving up the vineyards. Look, I'm different now. I don't want things to be the way they were, but I can't come back to you right now.
I'm not
I
hearing
have to
any
work through
apology.
this.
I would also love it if we were the way we were, but again, a bunch of our family is dead or gone because of you, so I don't think that's going to happen.
But you're still
Let
here.
him work it out. It's
Yeah, because I left you.
That's true. And you should stay away from me now. You see the position I'm in. I'm going to finish paying off my debt, then work to build up a little more money and maybe buy back a manor or some vineyards. We can get things back to the way they were.
No, we can't.
He just turns away from you when you say that.
What I know of the syndicate, you're never going to get out of debt.
I'm pretty close now, actually.
I mean, we could kill them all. I'd do it.
In the next week or so, I should be out of debt, actually.
If you want to make yourself useful, just tell me what you know about what's happening in the syndicate right now.
I
That's all that
can't
you
tell
can do for me.
you. I don't want you involved in this.
I'm already involved in it, Dad.
Look, there's a big shipment coming in a few days. I don't know exactly when. I just get told to show up in the morning.
What kind of shipment?
I don't know that either. It's valuable items from the Concord. You know how the syndicate is. I'm sure you've heard about what they do here.
A little
Smash.
bit, but any insight you have, I would love to hear.
Probably magical goods, maybe drugs, I don't know. Maybe more powders.
What kind of powders are they dealing here?
There's this one called fairy dust. You can snort it. It gets a little weird. It's also kind of explodes.
They really
Okay.
exploded one
Interesting.
earlier. I wonder if that's.
I'm not sure. I don't get involved in much of that. I just try to keep my head down and make as much money as I can. I don't
What
want to
do they
be in
have
this
you doing?
forever. Like I said, I'm just loading and unloading boats, just blank crates, or sometimes they're marked with local merchant seals. I never look inside. I know
Oh, shit.
you don't have any reason to trust me, so why does it even matter what I tell you? Why don't you just let me go?
Oh, I will in a sec. But whose seals? Which merchants? Are they involved?
I don't know if the merchants know what's on their boats necessarily. Maybe. There's the White Crane Shipping Company. A couple others. Hang around town for any time. You'll get to know them. Why don't you
Who's
ask
running
the guard
things here
captain?
now? What was that about the captain?
Why don't you ask the guard captain? He probably knows.
I'm looking to buy some poisons. You know anywhere I can do that?
He's just like,
Cora, this is not the time. My God.
We're talking about syndicate activity, and you guys said that
She's got
wouldn't be able
family
to
issues.
come out and ask them, and
How do they tell
family
you when you have to appear to unload or load the ship?
I get notified in the morning of. I'm pretty much on notice all the time. I don't know when the shipment's coming in. I can't tell you anything about it. I don't even know.
And where do they come in? Just to the general docks? Sorry, I should be looking at the map while I'm...
They come in at the major. This
Major.
one. It's a big enough shipment. It's almost certainly at the major this time. I'm starting to get a little faint.
Yeah, you probably are. You're losing a lot of blood there. You might want to get that looked at.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Well, it's been real. Always great to catch up with family. I want to kick him in the wound. Take care of yourself. You do. You deserve worse, but that's going to have to do for now.
Maybe you can sell that arrow in your leg and help pay off your debt.
Honestly,
All right, well,
suppose
we have
I
better
have a
places
health
to be.
potion. It might be best for him not to arouse suspicion with the syndicate.
I can just heal him. That's probably a little easier and cheaper.
Guys, boring.
Well, when would you like that?
I mean,
Probably
we don't,
just say that you got caught up in a gambling debt and somebody beat you up. I'm sure they'll believe it.
I don't know. I'll think of something. The syndicate
Well-
runs most of the gambling dens in town.
You know what would really make that believable, well, Gwyn?
big old black eye.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to punch him in the face. All right, well, we have a party to get back to, so take care of yourself, Daddy.
I hate to say it, but I hope I won't be seeing you again soon.
Oh, I hope so too.
She
Goodbye,
means for
Logan.
your sake.
All right,
Sort
guys,
of.
let's go.
Turns and slumps off down the alleyway.
All right,
that
shall we go
common?
drink some more? That'd be nice if we could go drink some more.
Is that common in families around here to want to kill each other so?
Oh, no,
Very
my
good.
dad's a special case.
Is he? Okay. Well, yeah, I gotta say that was impressive. I mean, I don't approve of the methods, but I mean, you're usually such a straight and narrow kind of gal. I didn't expect you to lose your.
Yeah, I
like that,
know I
you
normally keep my nose clean, but every once in a while, gotta let loose a little bit.
Are you sure you don't want me to go heal him? Because
Pretty
No.
sure. We should go meet up with everybody else back at Yoshimura's.
You gotta think of him like a person who tells you that Helm doesn't exist. You know, he's that kind of
Well,
guy.
I would still take care of. I'm taking care of many people that tell me.
Okay, he's the person that burned down Temple to Helm.
Well, I mean, it's kind of unforgivable, but that doesn't, make one forgo their oath.
Okay.
Like if he were going to die, I think I would have had to help him.
Well, he's,
Well,
not
he's
gonna
probably not
die.
going to die. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, he's not going to die.
He just
Like, I saw
weasels
that.
his way away from death whenever he really deserves it. So
It's a
he'll be
leg
fine.
wound. He'll just.
We left the arrow in. As long as he doesn't pull it out, he's like way better off.
We should
Yeah.
definitely get out of this area, though, because if he's over here, there's probably a lot of other dangerous folks around.
And there's a
Yeah,
lot
like
of blood,
us.
probably.
Yeah.
You make your way back to Yoshimura's.
How drunk is Lost?
Lost is fucking tanked.
The
bar's-
narrative's been hoisting everyone.
Just
She's-
the way I like it.
People are like, hoist me, Nerida. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Just turns around and lifts him off the ground. They're like, ah! They
Hoist
drink
me,
because
hoist
she's she's starting to get tired. Her arms are like aching.
He's
All right,
also a
guys,
little
what do we-
drunk.
Do we want to try to break into Officer Gregory's house tonight still, or do we want to try to get some rest and maybe
So at
let
this point,
Nerida recover
too,
from the hoisting?
it's been dark for a good hour or two.
So it's like 8, 9.
So it's perfect breaking into stuff time.
I could use a little larceny to lift my spirits, to be honest with you.
Oh no, not larceny. We're going to.
No, I'm sorry,
investigate.
investigating. I could use a little investigating
Yeah.
to lift my
See.
spirits.
Welgwin's in a mood for reasons.
Oh yeah, Welgun punched her dad.
Yeah, those reasons.
Fortunately, I doubt Lost cares that my dad exists at all, so...
Yeah, we met Welwyn's father. It was a interesting experience to see how other families operate. So,
Isn't
speaking
Are
from
we-
me.
isn't your dad kind of a dick?
Yeah, he really is. That's why I punched him. I shot him, too, right in the leg. It was actually a really good shot.
Cool. That's great.
Is that how all halfling families were? Is that how yours
just
were?
said no.
Cora?
Just saying no. Ali, why do you
Well-
never listen to me?
Well,
I'm
Gwyn, do you want a hug?
No.
Okay.
Do you want a drink?
Yep.
Yoshimura comes up to your table with this enormous platter of cooked tuna. Slams it down in the
Oh,
middle.
right.
A bunch of big salted tuna steaks. It's like, I think that's as close to Hamshank as we're gonna get around here. You enjoy. He gives you
I
like
will.
a
Thank you.
very friendly eye, Alik. Let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Anything
Sure.
else?
Anything at all?
Okay.
He heads back
We
behind the bar.
will.
I'm just gonna look a little bit at the leak and go, "Oh, did you get that? Did you get that?
Pretty-
Did you get
The-
that?"
Pretty
hamstring?
sure that guy likes you, Alec.
I hope so. I'm
You
a
don't
nice
have to be
guy.
telepathic to see that.
Most people like me. I'm very friendly for a dwarf.
Yes, I agree.
Well-
Despite
I'm
his
sure
rough
he wants to
edges,
be
Ali tries to,
extra friendly with you.
All right,
Oh,
if we need
I-
anything
Lost
else,
gets it.
a leak has to go order it.
That seems like a lot of work.
Hey, Alik,
do I have to
we
do it?
just loosen your breastplate a little bit. Just like a little bit.
Just show a little skin there.
What if
Show a
we
little
get
neck.
attacked? That's dangerous.
No, don't worry. We're totally fine. Just let your beard, chin hair, whatever, all that combination becomes out.
Beard, chin hair.
I mean, I've seen it, man. I don't know where it connects or where it stops. It scares me a little bit.
It's a beard. It's all the beard. Do you not know about hair?
But
My
like,
goodness.
it goes past your belly button. I don't know where your belly button is. I've never seen it. Do dwarves have belly buttons?
Why would you have seen it?
Yeah, Chance, are you watching Ali change now? What's going on here?
We've shared a room a couple times. It's weird. I can't help it. I'm sometimes observant.
It is weird. I'm weirded out by it now.
I
I'm
get
not
up earlier than
comfortable
other
any
people.
longer.
Sometimes I just spend a lot of time in bed, kind of just watching people when they're.
Do you watch us
That
sleep
is
when you...
worse. It's not better than it was.
How long have you been watching people sleep?
My whole life, I don't know. God, what is this? Why am I being attacked?
I'm glad that I haven't had to share a room with Chance yet, although I suppose it might not make me the most comfortable in the wilderness.
Wait a second. Does Chance like me? Is that why he put those pebbles in my shoe to help me out?
Yep.
Oh my god, Chance, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. But just I'm a dwarf that likes dwarf ladies. All right? And I know we joke about the beards, but I'm sorry.
He's just too tall for you.
Just too tall. And,
Well, I
you
mean,
know, tall.
sure. Yeah, it's just because I'm tall.
Sure.
This fish is great, really.
Also,
excellent.
Chance
Both
can't
of
grow
the,
a beard, so
He can't.
That's true.
No. It's just
You
all
would make a
those.
terrible dwarf woman.
Yeah, the fish is quite good. It's a little chewy. They tried to sort of dry it out as much as they could, while keeping it still juicy inside to try to approximate what a ham shank might be like. But it's still sort of not as dense and light and flaky as fish would be.
It's good. I think I could eat 4 or 5 of these. How big are each steak, brother?
Chomp down on some tuna steaks.
And 8 bones fill your esophagus. Only
Yum.
8 though. You got lucky.
You want to head over to Officer Gregory's house?
Yeah. Let's do some crime.
It's prime
No.
time
Some
for crime
more
time.
crime.
It's investigative research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Investigation.
We're investigating the crimes we can commit. We're investigating how much cool shit he has in his house.
No, just evidence.
Well, I
And
mean,
if we find that it's from ill-gotten gains, we can talk about seizing it for the, war effort.
If these people have ties to, the syndicate and corrupt organizations, almost all of their stuff is guaranteed to be ill-gotten gain at some level. If it was not purchased with money that, was achieved by doing jobs that were, evil or selling bad goods and stealing them. So we can totally steal our stuff.
Well, we might, repurpose the wealth to maybe fund the town guard.
Totally,
something to help
eventually.
the local
Right, exactly. We
population.
should get equipment so that we can help the town guard, and
Or ourselves
also,
and the town guard.
I mean, how are we supposed to help them if we don't have nice clothes and a good place to stay and some good food, right?
I
So
don't,
it's
I don't
all.
know about the clothes, but generally,
I mean, the uniform is very
have you
important.
seen
It's
our
important
boots?
to look
Look at your
snazzy.
boots. I put cheese in there a while back, and then we did some holy fire, and it was horrible. You need some new boots.
no, they're just weathered now. They're perfectly comfortable.
No one calls that weather. That's called disgusting, even by my standards. And I
Cheese
honestly
weathering
just hand holes.
is a very well-known weathering technique in dwarven circles.
All right, so you arrive at Officer Gregory's house. Looks like fairly innocuous from the outside. Looks like virtually every other house in the depths. Solid wooden sort of foundation resting upon the docks. And there's
Can I
a
try
door.
the door?
Yeah, locked.
Can I pick the lock?
Hey, Leek,
You
would you look
can
at the moon?
certainly try.
I know what we're
I'm
here to do, Chance.
Gonna try.
No, look at the moon.
Oh, what is my?
Because look, it's really
I'll
big.
give you
right now.
advantage on that, or I can try. Either way.
So it's +5 sleight of hand with my gloves. I keep writing that down in different places and then forgetting where I wrote it down.
That's what I do, but with names. Like Commander Tickler.
So that's a 21.
I guess I have +12 on my sleight of hand for lockpicking. That's okay.
Wait, what's your total? Are you lockpicking as well?
No, I said I
Okay.
could assist if she wanted to assist.
Yeah, you can assist if you want.
I got a 21, so I think,
We're good.
if you want, can't hurt, but I feel like I might be alright.
Do you want to assist?
You should assist.
Sure.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
All
say,
right.
yeah, you probably should.
Please
when
help me.
given the
Roll 20.
option to assist, and the DM says, "Do you want to assist?"
You gonna
Or
roll
just in
yourself,
the-
or you wanna help her make her own roll?
I'm assisting to help her. Sorry. Otherwise, I
Okay,
would do
so
it on my own.
make another roll.
Yeah.
That went straight up and down.
So that's a 23.
All right. This is a normal iron lock, and you feel like you should have been able to crack this, but you just can't get it open.
Something's weird with this lock. Is it a 1-level house or a 2-level house?
It's a single-story house.
Are there
Most
any
of the
windows?
houses are single-story. Some of them have like a roof that you can get on top of, because it's like there's a limited load-bearing ability for the docks below.
Are there any
Smash
windows?
it. Smash it.
Yeah, there are some windows. They're also locked.
Before we go
Are
smash,
there any
Shuttered.
windows that would face the door? Like that we could see the opposite side of the door that we're on?
So you can't look through the windows. The windows have no glass. They're just shuttered.
Guys. Does
here
this
to detect traps and or magic abilities.
we've done this before. Is there a chimney?
There's no apparent chimney.
Am I with you guys?
Dang
I
it.
assumed I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're with them. Everyone left
Oh, okay.
Yoshimaru's.
Yeah, we're all
Okay, cool.
together.
Unless
Maybe
you
it
stayed
becomes
there
a
for some
very
reason.
small thing, like spiders under the door or something.
Spiders.
I feel like a very drunk, lost in animal form is a recipe for major disaster.
Not just animals.
Spider
No,
crawls
no.
out of the door.
Spider form.
I'm
Yeah,
cool.
if you guys think that the lock is magic, I could try
Insect.
spell magic on it.
Insect
Definitely
form.
seemed like something was going on because normally I should be able to break that lock, no problem.
Okay, well, I guess first we took a rest, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do find traps first.
Okay. Let's see if you can.
Buzz.
You feel your connection with Umberlee is pretty good as you're by the sea, but the disruption is also greater.
Oh no.
It feels stronger than you've felt it before.
Say a prayer and you're at what's your casting chance?
Is there?
So yeah, you successfully cast, and it's what? Find traps? Why do I keep forgetting this? Find traps, right?
We're doing
Yeah.
dispel magic this time, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
Find
next. I
traps.
just wanted to make sure it wasn't trapped
Yeah.
first.
Fair enough.
You
Stupid
don't-
City cap.
You don't detect any traps.
Alright, then I'll cast a spell magic on the lock.
Let's see if you can. You push through, reach out to the sea, try to reach to Umberlee. No. It fails. The disruption overpowers you. The spell
Alright.
fizzles in your hands. You can't just cast it again.
Can I try again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone notices like you cast the
Ellie,
spell
gonna
and
guide
it
it
fizzles. This time you succeed. You push through the barrier
Okay.
again.
I don't think I can guidance you on that.
Okay.
No, it's not an ability check. It's
Yeah.
wisdom.
Okay. Well, did dispel magic do anything to the lock? Can I tell?
I wonder if you can tell. Back. Spelled it wrong. That's the real problem.
Oh, well, Gwen,
No, 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 no,
just, try again. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not too much.
If it doesn't like do anything visibly, I'll just try to pick the lock again.
Okay, so you reach out to Umberlee. You cast Dispel Magic. Yeah, and the lock sort of glows a pale blue-green briefly. You want to try to pick it again?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Spell
Come
sounds like.
With support from Cora?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll two then.
That's Nerida struggling to cast this spell.
6 and my second in. Oh, it's a 32.
Pretty good.
So
Oh, and I can guidance too. I forgot. We can guidance.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
We'll pass that, hopefully.
God, I
So you're starting in again, and you struggle a little bit, but Cora comes up and reminds
Remember,
you.
You told me you got to go up, up, down, down, left, right. See how you start.
And with the help from Cora, remembering how you trained her, you scream
Well, Cora, I am an
and
incredible
open
teacher.
and click. The lock opens.
I know, it's
All
just
right.
under pressure sometimes. You don't always do the best job.
So true. So true. All right, guys, shall we roll on in? I'll open up the door and mosey on in.
Concerned
So cool.
about your father. Your mind's not on the job.
That's true.
Remember, he told me, clear your mind, no distractions.
No, I think
Head inside.
Oh God! Don't shoot me again.
You did say that. Head inside. It appears to be a pretty normal house. There's a small entryway, and then sort of like a kitchen dining room area with a washing basin, a small stove area in cast metal, and a table and chairs for eating.
got
So,
any- Does he have any,
There are
like,
doors
nice
into
stuff?
other rooms as well.
so meta
roll
question.
perception.
We said that Nirda's detect traps would go through walls, but it's a limited
Yes.
radius. Did she technically cover the whole house?
She did
'Cause
technically
usually
cover
when
the
we
whole
start pulling
house.
books
Yeah.
off shelves and things when we start searching.
No, she covered the
things
whole
start
house.
exploding at us.
All right, so it's a 22 for perception.
He's got some pretty fine silverware that you think might be valuable.
I would like to
Um,
take it.
All right.
Wait, hold on. We have no evidence.
No,
that
I'm
this
sorry.
guy-
I would like to wait until Alik is not looking. I want to go, Alik, go check that other room over there, and then I want to dump it into my bag.
Okay. What do you think? What kind of stuff would I find? I mean, I'm not too connected with these underworld types.
Oh, just any kind of paperwork. Remember, we're looking for those lost
Right.
documents.
Oh,
so
like the
anything-
desk that exploded that one time.
Yeah, but hopefully it won't do
Cool.
that this time.
I will look for exploding desks.
Yeah.
Are we planning to spend the night here? Don't we need beds and shelters? Alik, can
No,
you find us
we're
a
gonna-
room to hold up in?
We've
I
got
don't think we're staying the night here.
we've got
Oh.
we got accommodations at the
Yoshimitsu's.
guardhouse
Guardhouse.
bunk beds.
Yeah.
Not in strangers' houses.
They're so coarse.
So the silverware you think is probably worth 20 gold. It's very fine, fancy stuff. Otherwise, it's just normal stuff around the house. A lot of stuff seems to have... it looks kind of bare. There's not a whole lot here, necessarily.
How much you guys think a guard gets paid?
Alik, you head into the next room, and it's the bedroom. There's a
1
pretty...
gold a day.
There's a decently fancy bed there, with like silk sheets and a really nice silk blanket.
Oh,
It's dyed like this dichromatic, like blue purple color. When you look at it from different directions, it like looks either purple or blue.
this guy's living the high life.
Yeah, there's an end table next to the bed with a drawer in it and a lantern. And the
Is it made out of
lantern
fine
smells very sweet.
Is
It's not
anything made
made.
out of fine tin?
Nothing is made out of fine tin.
Damn. I guess I was wrong. I thought he was living the life of luxury, but
There's another room off of the
Clearly.
main room as well.
sure, I'll head in there after I
Okay.
give it a thorough search.
Okay, roll, say, investigation to search the bedroom.
Oh, that's not as good. Let's give it a try. Can I guidance myself?
You can guidance yourself.
Oh, good. It still didn't work. Because I'm pretty sure that's just +1.
Yeah, not being familiar with the general method of searching one's domicile, you don't seem to find much. You just kind of make a quick look over, you pat down the bed, you open the drawer of the bedside table, and it's totally empty.
Nothing in here, just fancy bedspreads and stuff. I'm going to head into the other adjoining room over there.
Head
Can
over
I-
into the other room.
follow
ahead.
into the bedroom and look around for trapdoors or anything like that?
No, you're busy not stealing. From a
Sure,
guy.
roll
No,
investigation.
I'm already not.
Yeah, I don't think that
stolen from the
takes
guy.
too long. She like opens a drawer, sees a ton of really valuable cutlery, and is like, "Hey,
12.
Leek." No, you don't find anything. You flip the
So-
mattress and stuff, and like look around the bed frame and all around the floor.
Can I do a perception check to see if anything like I perceive as the wrong way, or it has to be investigation?
Well, what are you trying to do?
Just see if I notice anything out of place or it strikes me as odd. Not
That
necessarily
would be
like a
investigation.
full investigate. Okay, then no, I don't investigate well. I just perceive well.
Okay.
But he wants to investigate perceptively.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to use my goddamn bonus that never comes up ever.
Nobody has investigation. It sucks.
The new
So
cops
we're
in
the
town
next-
can't investigate.
We're in the next room. Well,
Pretty
and I.
smart.
This appears to be some sort of office. There's a bookshelf with many fine leather-bound books. The bookshelf itself seems to be made of rich mahogany. And so is the desk and chair. Yes, somebody got that reference.
When you were a fancy person, how much would something like this cost? I don't know much.
There's a
about the
fine quill resting on the desk next to an inkwell,
These-
like with a really
books?
fine ink tray. Everything appears pretty expensive.
I would say it's pretty expensive.
You would say like the bookshelf itself, since you're used to like fencing stolen goods and like evaluating the value of things, the bookshelf probably cost 100 gold.
Fancy.
It's
All right,
difficult
okay.
to find. It's fairly ornate. It has like filigree on the side and stuff like that.
Do any of the
it's-
books look? Can I sort of flip through the books and see if there's anything tucked into any of them, or if any of them look out of place?
Sure, roll investigation.
I will guidance.
Roll to see if you can as well.
Oh yeah,
Forgot to do that before.
it's a 2 maybe.
Reach out to
Someone
Helm.
be guidance twice, just
There. That's a great
For
question. Can
science?
someone do
No.
guidance twice?
No.
From separate
Triple
gods.
advantage.
So what's that total, Thomas?
For wisdom is it just like? Do I just
Oh,
add
you
wisdom?
get plus, right? Yeah. Forget it. You're fine. You reach out to Helm. It is significantly more difficult than it has been in the past, but you managed to do it. So what's that investigation total?
Mine was 12.
Plus two
Plus two.
for the.
Yeah, plus 2,
Okay.
14.
You flip through several of the books. There are dozens. You would guess there's close to 100 books on this bookshelf. You could spend a significant amount of time going through them all, but the ones that seem to have been accessed recently, of which there are maybe 3 or 4, you flip through those quickly, inspecting them carefully, and don't find anything out of place.
Is there anything in the? Can I look through the drawers of the desk? Is there a desk there with a quill on it?
Yeah, there is a desk. There are 2 drawers, one on either side, and then one central drawer as well.
Okay. Are they? Can I
Secrets.
open them, or are they locked?
Secret compartments.
Which one would you like to open?
We'll start with the center one.
Okay, center one opens. There are a few sheets of blank sheets of paper in there. Actually, nothing else.
Are they really blank?
They look blank.
Yes, but are they really blank?
Do I
Not
know
asking me, I
anything
see.
about invisible ink?
Sure. I would say as a rogue, but you were never in any criminal syndicate. You've heard of people writing in ink that can only be exposed when exposed to heat, or like specific kinds of light.
Hey guys, let's burn everything. That might expose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have any matches on me? I think I
You have a tinderbox, I
I
imagine.
do. Can I light that and sort of like, not light the page on fire, but try to sort of pass the
Roll 3d6.
it like over the flame?
Doesn't Chance know light now?
I don't know if
She
that would
wants
create.
heat.
That
Not
just
light.
yeah, that just emits the light.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 tieflings with us, aren't they? Both like natural fire starters, natural lighters.
Yeah, but see, the thing is
Yeah,
that
that's
I wouldn't say that Chance is great at the light touch with the fire, which I
Yeah.
think we might need.
If you literally want that, I'm pretty sure Lost told me yesterday or today that he.
No. And then I'm gonna cast Produce Flame.
No!
He's just
But in-
holding a
In
ball
my
of fire.
hand, I'm just gonna hold it in my hand. Here.
No, thank
Take
you.
it.
We
Take
got it.
it.
I can't take it from you.
No, I don't. No, I'm not trying to get you to take it. It's fire. That's stupid.
You're that drunk. You're just like, here, you can take this, right? I can hold it. You can hold it.
No.
Logic is not real logic.
No.
No.
I can make it. I can hold it. No one else can hold it. That'll burn.
Mine.
It's my special friend.
So
Have
when
I
you
had
hold
any
hold the paper over the, you start like a small fire in the tinderbox and hold the paper over it. The paper gets warm. Nothing appears on it.
All right. Well, better keep looking. Can I open the left side drawer?
It's locked.
I would like to pick that lock if possible.
All right.
Uh-oh, the music's changing.
That's a 19.
That's how you know shit's about to happen.
Uh-huh.
I just because I forgot to change it earlier.
I know.
Then I
I
give
For
you
crime
an
time.
advantage. Did you roll twice?
Yeah.
What?
Roll again.
Oh.
Cora's
Give
gonna
an
help you.
advantage.
Even though she's a little drunk, Cora's gonna help you.
Ooh, much better. All right, that's a 29.
Oh yeah, okay. This is a simple iron lock, but you click it right open. It was a little more difficult than you feel like it should have been. Just slide the drawer open.
Is there anything in the drawer?
Yes. Nothing.
Bunch of cockroaches.
So,
Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing.
There is nothing.
thank you. Does it look like there's any kind of
Roll
false bottom or
investigation.
anything like that? Okay.
We have guidance.
Nine.
I take. Well,
With
With
guidance,
guidance?
roll to make sure you
Hitchhiker's
can
Guide
cast
from the
guidance.
Galaxy
Right.
text game. I take the nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So
You reach out to Helm real strong. It's
Add a
difficult,
plus
but you
2.
do it. Yeah, you notice there's a crease in the woodwork towards the front, and as you slide the drawer, the bottom of it sort of slides a bit.
Ooh. Can I try to get in there?
And we
So
definitely
you try to
found
just,
traps
like-
in the whole house, right?
Yes, you cast
I
find
would
traps in
know
the whole
that.
house. Yeah. So everyone roll a dex save. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
God damn
You
it!
son of a
I was so ready for it. Like, no.
You sort of like
After
wedge
we
your
asked you like 3 separate
fingernails.
times,
Yeah, I
God
know.
damn it.
I lied, haha. You wedge your fingernails in there and pull up the bottom, and there's this small leather envelope. Oh my god, it's too cute. There's a small leather envelope
Leather envelope.
with,
Too cute.
embossed on the front is an eye,
Unicorns and stickers.
the symbol of the syndicate.
All right. I am going to show it to the group. Say, hey guys, look what I found. Think I should open it?
Oh, that's
Nice.
too cute.
As you lift
Made
it
out
up,
of
also, you notice there's a small hole in the bottom of the drawer where you could presumably like push your finger up through to lift open the secret compartment.
I'm going to.
Huh,
Do that?
You're just gonna
No, it's already open.
Oh,
Like you
it's
already have it
already-
open.
it's
You
just-
just lift the leather envelope,
Okay.
and it reveals this hole that you could have used to open the compartment.
From the other side,
Okay.
Yeah.
you gotta stick your head
Gotcha.
underneath it.
Okay. I'm going to open up the leather envelope.
You draw out a strange note with a bunch of really bizarre symbols that look very similar to the symbols on this note.
Finally.
More cipherable materials.
There is nothing written in any language you can understand, or with any characters you understand.
Just another coded message. Blah, blah, blah.
Can we compare it to the other ones and see if there's repetitive symbols that are similar from the other
Yeah,
letters?
some of the symbols are the same. I'll get it to you next time, what it looks like.
Okay. Code breaking.
Don't
Who
have it
has
prepared
code breaking as a skill?
Is that a thing?
I can
No,
understand
probably
many different
not.
languages, but I can't decode anything.
It's just like repeated intelligence checks to try to code out a cipher
Figure it
for
out.
this. Yeah.
But the more we have, the higher a bonus we get on that? I don't know.
Yeah, you have like a. This appears to have, like it does seem like, it may have some structure to it, some overall structure, similar to this one where there are just like 3 lines that provide some overall structure. Like these are clearly delineated by being on separate lines. There's some similar structure to this note, but it is totally
So we know to-
illegible.
Read it side to side and not up to down, and
You're not sure.
oh,
If we... Okay.
Think we still need to. We need to look for the cipher still.
Yeah, we should keep looking. I'm going to put this in my bag.
The cipher is
You can
incomplete.
look at this elsewhere.
You pocket the note.
Let me try the right-hand drawers.
It opens, swings open. There are several more quills. There's a long metal pen that looks like it may be made of solid gold.
Oh, I'm going to take that. I'm going to say this could be helpful for us to figure out if the cipher was written by this, then we should have this handy just in case it would be useful, and then I'm just going to pocket it.
That's not how the magic works.
No, yeah, it
Just
would be
other
helpful.
writing utensils and paperweights and things are in there.
couldn't Nirda do a scrying on it and like watch someone writing with it or something?
Yes.
Can I tell how much the pen would be worth?
I think I can only scry on actual people, not objects. I tried
You would
that
guess the
before.
pen is worth around 30 gold. You have to scry on people you know about.
Oh, and you can't
No, just a creature you choose.
I think you
modified
said
by how
that
well
if
you know
we
the target.
have an object from the person, it gives me a bonus to succeed.
Yeah, if you have a procession or garment, they have a worse chance to notice you doing it, basically. Or no,
Maybe I was thinking more
they have a
like
harder time
fortune
saving
telling or
against
something.
it, is what it is.
Get visions from your god.
I mean, I could just
Oh, yeah.
try to do that, I guess, but I don't have any like actual skills or spells.
It's okay. We're probably not going to break this right now.
Is there any false bottom in this one, sister?
Nope. Unless you can investigation check, but I'll tell you right now, no.
Okay, then I'm not. All right. Well, let's keep looking around here and see if there's anything else that we can come up with that might be helpful.
Did you check under it? Is there any numbers on it?
On what?
After Chance says that, I'm gonna try to flip the desk.
You just overturn the desk.
Yep.
The ink spills out of the inkwell. This horrible, like calamitous noise. The desk flips over.
You guys are incredibly bad at break-ins.
Well,
Good
Chance, you wanted to check under it. Now we can see it.
They're doing really well at breaking. I don't know what you're talking about.
On the bottom are etched these numbers.
Good thing we're the equivalent of the town guard right now, because otherwise the town guard would be here to arrest us.
Oh my god.
Well, there's some numbers.
It's pretty cryptic. They don't seem to mean anything as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna write them down
All right.
with my fancy pen.
Maybe there'll be a place where we can enter these later.
Or else the world will end.
Or we might win the lottery.
Or a meteor might crush you. It's not clear.
You never know. You never know.
We're dead the whole time.
There doesn't. You've made a horrendous noise in overturning this desk.
We should probably get out of here. Also, lost.
You probably should.
Sorry.
Lost.
Yeah, we're trying to be
I'm
sneaky.
gonna shoot the
Double
desk.
check my
I'm
alarm.
gonna shoot the desk.
For 4 p.m. It was set for 4 a.m. So just make sure I turned it off because I don't want you to be woken up at 4 a.m. by my alarm going off.
Oh, Isaac, you're talking out loud. Okay, so you want to leave basically and lock the door behind you?
Yeah, we'll do kind of a cursory glance on the way out and make sure that we've sort of hit every room and haven't missed anything major, right? But
Tell you what,
There are
I'll
only
try
3
to
rooms.
I'll try to write the desk.
But, okay.
No, don't.
I'm not gonna worry about all the shit that fell off of it, but I'll
Roll
put
a-
the desk.
Dex save with a dex check with disadvantage.
Roll a desk check.
Yep.
So you're gonna try to write on the upside down desk.
No, no, no.
No, I'm
gonna.
gonna correct its positioning.
Can he flip it?
No, he can't. I mean, that's flat. I have no deck, so that's a 9.
Okay, so you do manage to get the desk upright. Everything is fallen out of the drawers, and the ink is like from the inkwell is just spilling all over the floor. The quill is like doused in ink so that the feather is turned black. You set the desk back up, the big clamoring clank.
And I'm gonna the desk again.
Okay.
Good enough.
You head
You
out.
guys are
Make sure you checked all the rooms. You did. You do another once over. Don't notice anything new that you hadn't noticed before.
That was quite a display of something.
Police work. I agree.
all right, well, maybe we should get back to the guardhouse and see if we can look over this and figure out what it means.
Do you want to break into other dude's house?
He's got a wife.
Alright.
Yeah, I think we might get caught. I mean, I want to break into it, but
So we're going back to the guardhouse?
This guy has a wife?
No, Robinson.
Oh, I was like, why don't they live together? Do you? humans
Suzanne Robinson is her name.
Lost. Just look at me in the
You
eyes.
sing through the night.
You shush.
I'm just gonna rub my fingers on Lost's face.
A couple people on the street are like watching you as you leave. They're like,
Nothing to
Okay.
see here, folks.
Just 2 tieflings. One of them is touching his face. It's not weird.
all right, you head back to the guardhouse, I assume, and
yeah.
bed down for the night.
Man, how come you're cutting off my face touching scene, man? I was down to RP.
He's trying to silence you. I don't know. It's really terrible.
You knock on the door, and Captain Lordris lets you back in. He's like, "Oh, I've had another. I found a spare key. It took me a while to root it out. You guys can have this key to the guardhouse. So you can get it in and out as you need. Make sure you lock the door when you leave. And
Definitely.
if there are any papers out, put them in the chest in the back. Here's the key for
Okay,
that.
Grandma.
You got it.
This is very important. There's sensitive information here that the syndicate shouldn't get access to."
Yes, that's why I think we should bait them into coming to get it, but that's just me.
We can talk about that in the morning. It's pretty late. I'm going to bed. After he sees you and he locks the door behind
Justice
himself.
never sleeps.
heads up. I am justice. I am the knight. He heads up to the bunk room. Does his little nighttime ritual, goes to bed. I assume everyone else is going to bed in there.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I go to bed after a nice tuna shank steak. And yeah.
All right. Nerida. The stiff mattress of the bunk reminds you of your time at sea, and channeling your meditation from those days, you quickly fall asleep. As the void takes you, you feel a subtle chill in your toes. It lingers for a moment, then rushes up your legs, your spine, and to the top of your head, blanketing you. Cool wind presses against your back, and you open your eyes to find yourself standing atop the cliffs that border Cragtooth Bay, overlooking Port Greyshallow. The city below is lifeless, colorless even. As you look down the cliffside, you see countless sailors and dock workers, wind at their backs, kneeling in supplication to the great sea before you. Looking out to the sea, the waves swell and wash over the dock streets of the city below. Beyond, your gaze is captured by a point in the horizon. Your entire consciousness is focused on this one point, inescapably. It pulses, it hums, it calls to you. A blinding green flash appears, and from it, far in the distance, an enormous vortex of swirling, tumultuous water rises from the sea, hurtling towards you. As it approaches, you see a humanoid figure, graceful but powerful at its center. The vortex washes past you, slamming into you. You barely feel it, and all of the people aside you are washed away. You feel that you should jump.
I jump.
Right. Oh, we lost somebody. Let's do this.
Yeah, Maggie just needs to be let back in real quick. Her phone died on her.
You jump from the cliff to the waters below, shallow as they are. Splash, plunge into them, and almost immediately are stopped, drawn by the current. You rush out to sea, past Port Greyshallow, the waves lapping past you overhead. Rush, moving at a breakneck pace through the water, far, 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 dodging subtle coral reefs, rock formations, swirling in and around the bottom of the ocean floor. You see a familiar scene from the previous night.
It seems like dreams and dreams and gods were just like, yeah, you want me to do a thing? I'm going to do that thing. Sorry.
You see a similar scene to the one you had seen the night before. Two curling rock formations, almost as waves, towards the center of this valley deep within the ocean. In the center of the valley is a strange figure. It looks almost like a torso, pulsing. Oh yeah.
It calls to you.
And from
Little
there,
baby voice.
you... the vision fades. Lost. You are not used to sort of being by the sea, and you're quite drunk. So despite your trepidation about being so far from the woods, you fall asleep quite quickly. But before long you hear, "And hello, brother. It's good to finally see you again."
good. I suppose so. What can I? What brings you to me again?
Hang on just a moment. I think we should all be present for this. To your sides, your companions appear. Everyone, you appear in this dark void.
I feel like I was just dreaming of my family and the woodlands. Why did you take me away from such a beautiful place, you monster?
I had a ham shank, an actual ham shank.
Ice cream nightmare.
Jumping into a big tank of money like a happy duck.
Hey, everyone, focus.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, and at least we agree on that point.
Are you still drunk, boss?
No, we're dreaming.
Don't know how alcohol works in sleep.
Okay, back on track. Yes, you brought us all here together. What's up?
You know I've been disrupting your connection to the divine. You may have felt that the disruption is greater as of late. You're in Port Greyshallow at the moment, aren't you?
Perhaps.
Oh. All right.
I mean, fine, sure, yes, we are. What is the significance of this place?
No significance. Don't worry. Though you may have to leave soon. Anyway, the disruption also separates me from my patron. I've been able to manipulate it such that I can meet with you secretly without his watch. You should know that I'm plotting against him. And I may need your help before it's done. Told you before, you have a part to play in my plans. May soon know what that part is. But I want to ask you...
Plan against the gods? Wasn't it to, like, tear them down or something?
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but... It wasn't my plan to disrupt the connection to the divine within Thaura. That was his plan. I merely carried it out and learned how to control this disruption on his behalf. Doesn't know that it can be used against him.
Who is your patron?
Dick.
A great and powerful god. You may know him as Asmodeus.
Would I recognize what Asmodeus is?
Is he a
Yes.
servant of Helm?
He's not a servant
No,
of
I know
Helm.
he isn't.
No, he would be opposed to Helm, one
I
of those
know.
false pretenders, obviously.
We've heard about him. Wasn't he the one who was also, I mean, when your brother summoned us to the shadow plane, he was the one who was summoned there. He's the corruption guy that corrupted the priest and is kind of the leader of the Red Shard. Is that what they call themselves?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the red shards, but that sounds like his staff. He holds out his hand, and this image of this man with a flowing red robe. He's a red face and horns, 2 sets of horns. He holds out in his hand this enormous staff, and atop the staff is a large red crystal. His red skin and long nails, he often appears as this. Red staff, the ruby rod, is a source of great power for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice and all, but we don't generally run into, well, we've run into a couple demons, but generally not. Do you happen to have a more, what, I want to say human, but that's not the right term with our mixed race society. A more, less demonic and more day-to-day form for him?
Asmodeus can take many forms, though he doesn't visit the material realm often. He hasn't been worshipped by many peoples within the material realm for centuries. But he does plot to return soon.
Well, though I don't completely trust you, you haven't really given me many reasons to not believe this. So, what are you looking for us to do?
I will contact you more when the time is right, but for now, I just want to provide you with a bit more information.
Yes, well,
In hopes that you'll trust me.
Is he controlling the giants? We've been having problems with giants. I like to kill giants. Giants.
The giants are part of it, actually, as are many of the Yumuli now. Tiberia is unknowingly doing our bidding. The war is going to cause a great disruption within Lothuria. Many people will die.
Oh. That much is clear.
Any figures in the syndicate?
No, the syndicate is some trifling thieves. Don't worry about them.
Well, they're trying to kill us, so I'm
Like a
worried.
lot, too. Not just 1 or 2 times, like 3 at least.
I'm sure that you can handle the syndicate, right, brother?
Yes, we've got this well in hand.
Yes, handle them fine, but I still worry about anyone who's trying to kill me.
We appreciate the additional information, and you obviously know how to get in touch with us when you need to.
One more thing. The pious among you, do you cleave to your gods? So, would you never wish to harness their power for yourselves?
Sounds like a no.
I mean, I'm not sure what that means. I mean, haven't they granted us their power as it is?
They merely allow you to use their power so long as they exist and can reach you. You are reliant on them. You're, in a way, slaves to them. Powerless without them. Sure, you felt that as I've disrupted the connection. Getting weaker.
I don't even know if I would be alive without them, to be honest.
I too am happy to be a conduit for my God.
As am I. Protecting all is...
I meant by more literally than figuratively.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Well, may come to see differently in time. As you feel the shackles constricting around you.
I want to reach out to you without your God being aware, without Ammonius being aware, or otherwise send you messages. Is there any means to do so? Or we're stuck with, whenever you want to call us into our dreamscapes and ruin our perfectly good dreams.
I can't risk having you contact me. God watches me most of the time.
That's fine.
Like how one might watch a slave.
Yes,
Seems like.
That's correct.
Don't confuse the relationship between you and your patron with the relationship we have with ours. We understand your plight, and I want to deal with this plan, but that is about as far as this will go.
All right. I may contact you again soon.
I look forward to it.
That the vision fades, and you all wake up bunk at the guardhouse in Port Greyshallow.
Everyone had that dream, right? With that guy who was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's just me. You were there, and you were there.
I also had another dream about where the Valley of the Nascent Temple may be. I feel it pulling me farther into the sea from here.
I had a dream that a giant ice cream sundae was chasing me through a desert while it was trying to scoop out my insides.
That sounds a little bit more harrowing than any of our dreams.
Yeah, I'm
Ice
hoping mine doesn't happen.
Scream? Are these ice beings that cause you to scream? Or scream?
Oh no. We're gonna find a place in Erda. It's really cold milk. It's awesome.
Cora. That was Cora.
Cora.
Now you're being, I mean, like, they're not even the same race. You're now being racist.
It's early morning. I haven't had my fresh cup of bean juice.
Fine, I took no offense.
Fair enough.
All right, that's where we'll end for tonight. We'll pick up next week from there. Thank you again to all the players. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you for showing up every week, or every other week as it may be. And for putting up with me canceling. You can hear the reason now, right now, why we've been so inconsistent. I'll try to make it more consistent. Thank you to everyone who showed up and watched. Love you guys too. I have no clue who's even
Thanks
watching.
to our
Maybe
amazing
Simon?
DM who does so much work to make this all
Thank
happen.
you.
I really appreciate you. Love you.
It's
You're
so much
amazing.
fun.
Thanks,
We love you.
Love you all very
And-
much.
And the baby for the commentary.
And the baby for being so cute. And we'll see you all next week for more Tales from Tuatha. Bye.
Woo, bye.